Oh shit, did we start?
You know it's like, yeah. You know it's like Easter today?
Oh, it is, yeah, it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a double whammy today.
It is a double whammy. National Fool's Day.
That's right. It's the
And-
day that we commemorate all those brave fools.
Yes. All the ones up in Washington who were...
Ooh, topical.
Oh, shit.
Watch out, guys.
That's what this podcast is going to be about.
We're not safe. We're
We're not scared. We're gonna speak the truth. We're gonna say what's on everyone's mind.
I actually just got a tweet. We can't use that. We can't use that take. I'm so sorry.
Gonna be on virtual podiums apologizing to nobody for weeks.
Or just like everyone know, we just got bought out, and we have to read that Sinclair thing.
Oh man. So, I mean, I've been acting a fool all day.
Yeah.
Just to get ready for today. Playing some.
This is the coldest fucking start.
I would say this is pretty bad.
The problem was we did a sound check like right before.
Yep.
And we had to like be quiet and then so there was no momentum.
There was no momentum building
Yeah.
into it.
There was no rolling start.
Yeah.
So if you want to know what it looks like when it takes us 10 minutes to actually get going, fucking get ready for this shit.
This is gonna be
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's strong. I like it.
No, this is a strong choice. He's right.
This was a strong artistic choice that will be remembered and finally get us that
Sundance.
That Casper mattress money.
What those fucking cowards out in Hollywood? They only use the best takes. We use all of it.
It's called being raw, Ian.
Like a good comparison. Think about it this way: Hollywood movies, they're like white bread. It's overprocessed. It's not gonna give your body anything.
Yeah.
This is like just shoving a whole piece of wheat in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like
This is getting that like
Yeah.
that federal chunk of like wheat that you're supposed to break down. So you're, oh yeah, that's good.
Hot.
Oh,
Hey,
sign into
thanks,
Microsoft
Microsoft.
Store,
No, fuck
everybody.
Get that shit out of here. Doesn't even care about this anymore.
Just fucking. Oh god, where was that? Okay, you buy the federal giant wheat block
Yeah.
that you're supposed to mash in your cereal.
Yeah.
Oh, just
That's
bite,
where we're at.
bite
yeah.
off of that.
Well, without the milk.
Oh, no milk. Cowards drink
Cowards
milk.
drink milk.
Yeah.
We don't drink milk, and/or we use strawberry milk. The most forgotten of the milk.
Is it bottle or bag?
Bottled. I'm not some fucking Canadian.
I don't know. I like bag.
I have nothing against Canadians, but like whenever the bag milk,
It's one.
it seems so
country that does
inconvenient.
that.
You know, to be fair,
Yeah.
I've never used it,
Yeah.
so I don't know if they have a logistics thing
Like there's a bunch
other
of
than
just
it's more environmentally friendly. I guess.
it's just a lot of polite children like, oh no, it's very nice. The only thing I could think of is like, oh, maybe a bag helps you pack it in a box for a kid better, but that's the one that fucking school gives you. Where are you packing it?
Yeah. Well, and when I'm talking about the Canadian ones, it's still 2 gallons. It's just
It's 2 gallons?
Yeah, it's just
2 gallons,
big
yeah.
fucking bags.
Who's giving this to a child?
Yeah.
I was assuming that they were like single serving, like we get the little cardboard guys.
Nah, man.
You're thinking of kid. I'm talking about on a national level.
Jesus.
National level is 2 gallons. Giant bags.
Giant bags, sir.
Don't drop it.
I
honestly don't know how it works. I don't know if it's any better.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it is.
I
I'm sure they've
imagine
got
it's better for
something
storage.
figured out. Oh
For
yeah,
space.
It's like,
'cause you can maneuver it.
have you ever been in the? Oh god, this is tight information for people to listen to.
Yeah.
Have you ever been when they reload the soft serve machine and it's just like a big sack of like cream?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, I've never been there when they've done it, but I know that's what you're supposed to do.
I've staked it out.
Yeah.
I've done the research and it's probably like that.
Yeah.
So this is what episode is this we're doing?
Oh god.
Again? Are you gonna keep forgetting?
This,
Oh man.
I'm not even doing that on purpose.
Isn't
like,
it? I feel like it's 18 or
I want
19.
to say it's 18.
18? 18 feels right.
It could be less. Let's
It
see.
could
Okay,
definitely
let's
be
do,
less.
Let's do the math. September is the 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's month 9 of the Gregorian calendar. October, November, December. 18.
18.
18. You're right.
Hey, look at
Hey,
that.
we did it.
I know.
Yeah.
I used my fingers.
Look, I'm gonna say right now, none of us are math majors, and that's bore out by everything, all the things that we do and say.
So, okay, I don't know why this just reminded me of the fact that I'm using my fingers, but I remember in middle school, and someone, if you're a math person,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
not really.
Yeah, but it's not gonna change my life or anything. I just want to be right, but
Yeah.
but what it was is like people like in the olden days when math was started forming, they would count with their fingers, but then like numbers got too big, so they would use like their eyes. So they would say like 10 fingers, 2 eyes, and like
Really?
yeah, and then like nips, and then ears, and then like
I don't know if that's true, but I want it to be true.
I want it to be true because I remember a graph of my middle school teacher showed on like a PowerPoint, and it has numbers all over this person's body.
That's insane.
Where they would start counting, yeah.
So what you could?
And then 0 still didn't exist at that point.
That is bizarre.
Yeah. Well, at least for that culture,
Right.
That it was for. I mean, the Mayans had it all figured out.
You know what, man? I've said it so many times. The Mayans did have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because the world ended in 2012.
That's... You know what?
We're in purgatory.
Have I felt alive since 2012?
Yeah. Ask, who's from the movie 2012, the guy.
John Cusack?
John Cusack, ask him, yeah, he knows.
I always forget it's John Cusack, man. I don't know why I think it's someone else.
I was gonna say like Costner or something.
It seems like...
Is it Costner? I
No,
actually
no.
don't think
It's
it's
Cusack.
John Cusack.
It's Cusack.
Yeah, but it is a Costner-esque role. Like, I
Yeah.
could see...
It's something he would totally do.
I could see...
Yeah.
I'm also...
Or he would at least be casted.
Right.
I don't remember the name of the lead actress in that, but I feel like you would not miss a beat if it was the girl from Showgirls.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that movie?
I haven't watched Showgirls now.
Oh my god!
I know about it.
The one who she was also in Saved by the Bell. You never watched?
No, I've watched Saved by the Bell,
Oh,
but
okay.
they're like
The blonde
15,
one.
man.
The blonde one. Oh yeah, I mean I guess. Oh, have you guys been watching College Humor? I think put out a new series about Saved by the Bell.
No.
It's
No,
fantastic.
I haven't watched College Humor since high school.
They're just now putting out a bunch of new material. I think they've just had a big turnover of their staff.
Yeah, they did. It's getting pretty bad for like comedy websites lately.
Yeah,
Because Facebook bought out College Humor and like
Oh shit.
without notice, like fired half the staff.
Shit.
yeah.
Comedy writers, it's pretty bad. And that was not too long after the cracked apocalypse, as it was like
They were
so deemed.
almost in the same month.
yeah.
They were pretty close, but
Yeah.
I've been keeping my eye on it just because they've been turning out so much material suddenly.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I've been watching them. Some of it's actually pretty funny. They've got talented.
I'm
set
sure
of
if there's like enough, if you throw enough darts at the board,
Yeah.
It'll hit
it's
someone.
gonna- yeah,
Yeah.
it'll hit.
it's someone that they'll think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's not insult. I haven't watched the thing.
I mean, they've got a lot of pretty funny stuff, but they just started this series that is probably their. What makes me nervous is one of their funniest recurring segments on their website is probably the cheapest thing to do, and it only requires one guy who knows how to use like editing software.
Okay.
So that slightly makes me nervous for everyone else, but it's called.
It's just they're gonna cut everyone, and it's just gonna be that
That-
guy.
It's gonna be that guy.
And they're gonna be They're gonna be like 30-second long gifs, and they're just gonna,
Christ.
it's gonna be the entire website.
Ugh.
That's what they're doing. Their downside. They're filtering out.
Oh yeah,
So
they're
it's all erased right now.
they
Who
want
can be funnier?
they want to boil down comedy into the resin
Yeah.
of humor until you get.
Until it's just all punchlines all the time and no.
Yeah, until people like click it, like it's. Oh!
No, it's that thing in movies. I forgot the name of it. It's where the actor like he sets himself as charming because like they cut to the scene of him explaining a punchline.
Yes,
a joke that hasn't been said.
Yes, absolutely. A pineapple.
Yeah,
it was a pie. Yeah.
That's my wife.
You know what? It's working right now.
You've become a product.
I've become conditioned.
Yeah.
No, they've got this series. It's very funny. You guys should check out. It's called Zach Morris is fucking trash.
Okay.
And it's literally just like 3-minute things where he explains an episode of Saved by the Bell, and the thesis is pretty clear. It's like every single episode. Well, if Zach Morris was like a nice person, this wouldn't have happened. Mm-hmm. Every single problem in that show is caused by the fact that he's a piece of shit and he treats his friends bad. Why do people like this guy?
Okay, Zach Morris is the main character, right? The blonde guy?
Zach Morris is the guy who can do timeouts. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like, there's a literal...
Remember the episode where he dates, like, a girl who's in a wheelchair?
And then he's like, oh, you should have told me.
Yeah!
Yeah!
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then we never hear about that character after that episode.
That's clearly on her.
There's another one where Zach Morris is angry that the school bookstore only sells nerd stuff and is run by the AV club, and then
like books and
stop dumb shit. Why aren't there like cigarettes?
Where am I?
How come there's no
Where are my
on
books with cheat codes in it?
Exactly.
I want to see the GTA women with their titties out.
And then what happens in the course of the episode is he secretly takes pictures of the girls' swim team at his high school, turns it into a calendar, sells it at great profit. The girls like confront him, but then are like, "Oh, well, I'll give you part of the money," and then they're like, "Okay." And then a grown-ass man just shows up in one of their classes one day and is like, I think these girls are very talented. I'd like to sign them on to model for me in my agency. Like, how did you hear about this, adult man?
This is real?
This is a real episode of Saved by the Bell.
Oh, and he gets the wheelchair girl, right?
He fuck yeah.
There's also an episode where he finds out he's like 1/60th Native.
That is in the show. It is in. Oh my god, dude, it's so fucking good.
Damn it, someone stole. If I had just talked more about Saved by the Bell with people, I probably wouldn't come up with this idea.
You really missed the boat.
I missed the boat. No, that's what it is. Hey, that's how show business works.
We can talk about another sitcom with shitty characters in it. Like, let's not stop now.
Okay, what do we got? What do we know? Has anyone rewatched Boy Meets World lately? I feel like that might be done.
I haven't rewatched it.
I mean, there's a lot of weirdly dark stuff in Boy Meets World.
Yeah, well, I think that's why I liked it. It felt quote-unquote realer.
It felt realer, like Sean's parents are super abusive and distant.
Shitty.
The girlfriend. Remember the girlfriend of the guy?
Topanga.
Topanga, yeah.
Yeah, she's literally raised by, like, hippies who never parent her. Oh, and Eric's brother Sean probably has some sort of learning disability, if not him actively being, like...
But then that comes to in Hall where he goes to community college, like, after some, like, going, I'm not smart enough for college.
Right,
like, But he finally, damn it, is it a well-written show? We can't do this. We can't.
Fuck! Okay.
Is this well thought out?
Quick, another show, pitch it.
Another show.
Another cheesy... Well, I had pitched around the idea after Go Mango's 101 subscriber thing video. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, congrats him. But they did but they did a video where they edited themselves into Zoe 101 intro thing, and it's really funny. I think the ending is probably the strongest joke in that video, but And then I just went, you want to talk about Dan Schneider?
Dude, I'll talk about Dan Schneider right
and how
What
much
up?
I want to talk about
Schneider.
how weird I want to talk about the shows, and then I want to talk about how fucking weird he is and creepy, and I am pretty sure is doing stuff behind.
Did and is doing.
Okay.
Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing that I thought was just a throwaway joke that someone made online, and it turns out I was like, I looked into it, and it's like, oh no, that's real. Oh no, that's real. It was the original Nickelodeon Studios. They had one in Florida and they had one here in Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, one in Burbank.
Burbank.
Yeah.
It's
now in Hollywood.
Now in Hollywood.
Yeah.
The one that was in Burbank where they would shoot live action stuff sometimes. Like, I'm talking about Secret Case Files of Shelby Woo.
Yeah.
I'm talking about... Anyway, you guys know Tiana.
Yeah.
You guys know. How do you... Oh my god, we gotta get...
Carissa
guys,
knows everything.
oh, we gotta talk
Knows it
about...
all. Okay.
Carissa knows everything. Just knows
I know the
fucker.
I gotta take pictures of her.
Okay, go ahead.
The sign over the studios there was a Nickelodeon foot,
Yeah.
like a footprint. And
No.
then after
Like,
he
really?
left, it changed.
Uh,
How much power did he have? Because I knew he was like the producer of all live stuff.
He was a producer on almost all the live stuff except for the Keenan and Kel show.
Yeah, which was quite arguably the best show.
Which was a pretty great show. And then he also produced like a lot of the live action movies they did. Mm-hmm. But you also can't forget that he had a lot of pull just because he had oh my god, this is a deep dive. John Cusack and him were both in 2 films in the 80s when John Cusack was very young.
Okay.
He was like the dumpy weird guy who got made fun of.
Yeah.
He was in a movie called Better Off Dead, which is actually a really funny movie. Mm-hmm. And I would tell the joke that I like best, but it doesn't play for audio. So, it's a very funny film that Family Guy has cannibalized for jokes several times.
Mm-hmm. What haven't?
What? Yeah.
Topical Chris is here with his jabs. No.
So I think that it was understood that not only was he a cash cow, but he had legitimate famous people connections.
Okay.
And so he was an untouchable for quite a long time. Yeah. Do you think that me just saying the footprint thing is enough for the audience? Like, that's good? We don't have to get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You should talk.
So what's the oh shoot that's real?
Which part that's oh shit is real?
No, what's the part for you that
was that they actually
changed the logo.
Or
they stopped using the footprint.
They stopped using the footprint because Dan Schneider had a weird thing about feet.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Did you not heard about this?
No, I didn't know he had a feet thing.
He had specifically
there's lots
of
like long
threads.
Chains of
like multiple
where he would like when social media even was kicking off, like early Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
He would do things for like Zoe 101.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, where he's like, Zoe 101 likes to hang out at the beach. Show us you relaxing with your feet in the sand. Or he found a lot of excuses to get fans of his shows to take pictures of their feet and then tag the show in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was really bad.
It was dark. It was a dark time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having said that, Zoe 101 is the fictional school I would go to.
Oh, is that your fictional school?
That's my fictional school.
Didn't they have a ghost at that school?
It's fucking probably. Like
Probably.
every fictional school probably has a ghost.
Oh shoot, I remember that one episode where she dated that super rich guy and then the rich guy paid off the raffle for her to take free tickets.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Okay, quick aside, just because I was
Wait,
talking about favorite school. Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that might have been iCarly, I don't know.
Okay, so I was talking about that question with Matt, where I was like, "What fictional school would you go to?" And I was like, "Zoe 101." And the caveat is, of course, you're just you yourself.
Right.
No one. I don't give a shit about being main character. I just want to be at a high school that's constantly on the beach and is part of UC San Diego because
Somehow
that's where it's spelled.
I don't know.
Stay there and be able to afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Angel City High School. Oh, the one from Power Rangers.
Yeah, Angel City High.
And City High.
Oh, Angel City High.
Yeah.
What, just you as you.
As me.
The school never gets destroyed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That
School
or
never gets destroyed.
Yeah, that one. Fillmore looks pretty cool.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Or Downtown. The one where.
Remind me, Downtown?
That's the one on MTV. The.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tim Mouse. Yeah.
Okay.
They get really mad when you bring it up.
No, it was the guy. It was the so you're at a panel once, and they now have this bit, and we were at the first one they started this at because they were like, we're just gonna create a graveyard of TV shows that are canceled whenever someone asks about them.
Mm-hmm.
That way you know for a fact that they're just canceled. And someone fucking asked, hey, when is Downtown coming back? Like, legitimately
Really
heartfelt.
loved
Yeah,
Downtown.
really loved Downtown. Hasn't gotten over it.
Right.
And
When Screw On Head.
Oh
and
my
then-
god!
and then the guy's like, Downtown's deader than dead. You don't even think we have connections to MTV anymore.
The
Oh my
tombstone toppled over.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And that's when they wrote Metalocalypse in front of everyone. That was great. Yeah, someone asked. I think that was when they asked about Motor City, and remember,
sure.
I think it was the first podcast where I explained that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have $10 million to give,
You can buy the
Exactly,
rights.
You can buy the rights.
You can buy the rights.
We'll do whatever we want with it, but no one has $10
No one's willing to give 10 mil.
Which is why we're starting a Kickstarter, guys.
For $10 million.
For $10 million
Season 2.
by tomorrow. Patreons. And
Can't
rewards.
afford backer rewards. Where are you gonna have to?
But if you help fund this, we will put your name in it. Probably. We just published a baby book at the back of it. We'll have
Put fucking Dan Snyder's feet in it.
You know what they are? They're just gonna be printed piece of paper from like my printer. I just list some names and I'll send it to you.
Shit, man. I wonder, like, if you have a foot fetish, do you get turned on looking down at your feet, or is it like those aren't good enough?
That's
That's why I think you start getting into specifics. Right?
that's getting real. That's getting a real.
Yeah.
danger
What
zone.
exactly do people?
Ask Tarantino. I don't know. Fucking
Jesus Christ.
Some people like the heel
try to
clicking
kill.
of flip flops.
Oh yeah.
Some people are disgusted.
Some people are repulsed by feet.
Yeah.
Some people try to kill the other actor for their feet.
Jesus. So have you guys heard about Tarantino? Well, I promise we can go back to this
To
thread.
Dan Snyder.
But we will come back to Dan.
No, that pretty connects to foot fetish thing. They both, yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Drake and Josh the best show out of all? Anyway, go
Drake
ahead.
and Josh, probably.
Yeah, because I really liked the lady who was on Community, and she was also the manager of the movie theater.
Yeah, she's great.
I forget her name.
All the actors are great in that.
They're all really good.
Like, it was legitimately funny.
It was a legitimately funny show.
Yeah. Oh, and then Drake, and then when Josh gave up on Drake, and then Drake realized how much he depended on Josh.
Oh yeah,
That was like a heart-wrenching episode. Like, that was...
And then Steve Martin was there as a teacher.
that's right. Steve Martin was there.
He was a biology teacher, yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked. There was an episode where they have to go to school court, which seems like a weird, contrived thing. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to prove that Drake is being framed for something
For some...
by a woman who hates him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good time. What a good time.
Because at some point everyone's sick of his shit, and they're like...
Oh, he's a real piece of shit.
And then they're like, you could just get away with everything. And
Yeah.
And it sucks. Like,
It really sucks that you
Yeah.
get to be this way.
yeah.
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 So what's up about Tarantino?
Oh, I was gonna say there's gonna be 3 biopics about
About Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
No, there's gonna be 3 biopics about Manson coming
Oh, okay.
out in if not the same year, 2 in the same year, and 1 6 months after.
Okay.
Man, that's how you know he did some shit. When he gets like 3 movies
Yeah, man.
about
Hey,
it.
you heard about this Manson guy?
Oh, what was that guy, the cannibal? The guy who like killed and ate people?
Oh, Dahmer?
Dahmer. How many movies did
I
he
was
get?
going to say Gacy, but...
I one that I know of because it
Yeah.
just came out.
See,
a while
one's
ago.
less than 3 for sure. So
We're so good at math.
so clearly Manson's like, you gotta step up your game.
Yeah, clearly Dahmer should have gotten hungry.
Yeah, that's what Manson was thinking of. He was like, how many documentaries can I... So what are they gonna talk about?
Is Tarantino?
Well, Tarantino's doing the one,
Okay.
and it's going to star potentially DiCaprio,
Okay.
and Margot Robbie will be the pregnant woman who, for some reason, I sadly forgot her name just now.
Mm-hmm.
And then who else is making? And then like 2 other prominent directors are going to be making biopics about the Manson family.
Okay.
But I think that like Tarantino is going to be just kind of focused in on the feet. He's going to be shooting guys. But for real though, here's something very troubling. So when they hanged that woman before they opened her like a piñata for her baby,
Yeah.
I'm keeping it festive.
No.
Yeah.
She
It's
was
Easter. So.
it's Easter.
Yeah.
She was a thing which is well known is that she was barefoot during the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a fact that fans of murder know.
Uh-huh.
So get ready for some real.
So there's historical context.
There's historical context for Tarantino to sexualize a murder.
Yeah.
In just if you were asking yourself, how can he make this creepier?
Yeah.
With the way his face is and the way he's into it.
See, people didn't bring up his face until recently.
Because he's recently gotten weirder looking.
Yeah, well, that and he's been more put on the spot.
I mean, it's like becoming old. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, you see that interview of him?
It wasn't built with like amazing features.
He was built like a terrifying version of Glenn Quagmire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's clearly his fault.
That's clearly his fault. But no, I did hear that interview. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
But it's recently come back to him. Absolutely.
Which one? All of them?
Or? Which one are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'll
give me
say
any
mine.
of them. Exactly.
You say yours and I'll say mine.
No, I'll just say he got.
You whip it out first.
Because there's all the ones with Howard Stern you got called out for.
Where he talks about
the Blansky shit.
The 13-year-olds who are party girls that ask for that kind of thing.
Yeah, and then there was the BET. Where
I don't remember the BET one.
Oh, he was on. It was for Django, and clearly he was the palest one on stage.
And he kept doing like a black guy voice for some reason.
It was bad.
I do remember that. Yeah,
that's the best way.
Listen, you get nervous when other.
Oh, a white man surrounded by non-whites. Of course he's nervous. Of course he's going to get.
he just couldn't see their feet. That's the problem.
I was drinking water.
Django, everyone was barefoot. So.
I was actually going to say, are there? Because I feel like there are foot shots in Django.
I don't remember.
Because I feel like there's scenes with Brunhilde in the field where there might be foot shots of her.
Yeah, I don't know if it counts, but
Kerry Washington.
When they showed the chains.
No, I know. Yeah.
When they show the chains in the beginning, you see the bare feet. But I don't know if it was emphasized.
Yeah, but that's also.
That's establishing.
I mean, yeah, that's 2 things. But you're right, because it could be just because he could just be using it as an excuse. But it's also a shot that's used a lot. In historical pieces where they discuss slavery. The
chain gang and that kind of thing. But then I think there's also a difference between the way that the this is getting weird discussion. There's a difference between framing when you can tell that this is... Because the view in the beginning is a side shot and it's a bunch of shackles on feet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's supposed to be sexual in the way that, I am... Maybe this is just my mind filling in because I haven't watched it in a while, but I believe there's a shot of Brunhilde walking through a field at the camera, and it's down at this angle, and that feels
it's been a while
different,
since I watched it.
You know what I mean?
It's been a while.
I just remember when he got blown up, Tarantino.
Yes.
He did that shitty Australian accent.
He did the shitty Australian accent.
So bad. It was so bad.
But
I think it was I think that was supposed to be a joke. It's really bad.
It's fellas called Face Piper.
Crikey. Okay. Okay.
Jonah Hill was there.
Was Jonah Hill in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh, he was
He's
the
a KKK
clan
member,
member.
yeah.
That's right. And he like he
I think he only gets one scene.
he's berated for not having good holes.
Yeah, he didn't cut the holes.
Yeah, he
right,
didn't cut the
Yeah.
holes. My wife. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that scene. Yeah, it was funny.
So is Drake and Josh the best Dan Snyder? Yeah.
Can we do a quick list down and?
Okay, the ones that immediately come to my head are
Zoe 101.
Zoe 101, iCarly. I don't know if what else
Definitely
he
not
did
Sam and Cat.
after.
No,
No, he
not
didn't.
that.
Okay.
He did that, but that's
But that's iCarly is already on the edge of like
tolerable.
when I was still caring about that stuff. Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
He also made the Amanda Show. He was the producer.
He made he did make the Amanda
He
Show.
was the producer on the Amanda Show.
Yeah, the Amanda Show was good.
Yeah.
Wasn't great.
It wasn't
Good.
great. It got weird. I won't.
It got
lie.
weird towards the end.
There were jokes that legitimately would probably still make me laugh very hard if I watched it now.
Yeah, but it got
Sure.
weird.
Drake Bell doing that surfer character.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
It's so outrageous that I kind of appreciate that they did that laugh-in thing where however many takes of that they did, they just used the one where he laughs the least.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can always see people breaking in that character, and I like that for some reason. But
Did he do all that?
he was involved in all that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if he wasn't at the head of it in the original Go, he absolutely was the executive producer and like master puppeteer and writer for the second Go of it.
For a second, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he do any of the game shows?
I don't know if he did any of the game shows. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He didn't help with Nick Sports.
Nick
Guts?
Sports.
I don't know.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legend of Zelda: The Hidden Temple?
Legends of the Hidden
Legends
Temple.
of the... Yeah, okay.
Hey,
That one's
stop
my
watching
favorite.
TV. Go outside.
I really liked the Green Monkeys. That was the team, right?
The Green
I don't
Monkeys?
What?
It was the Green Monkeys and the Purple Parrots.
The team. Yeah,
The
yeah.
team
It was like
names.
the Purple Parrots,
the
Green Monkeys.
That wasn't like a
Yeah.
weird thing I
Yeah.
just said.
They like the Green Monkeys.
Be on my side, man.
Green Monkeys have nice feet. That's what they have.
Yeah. I don't know why the light reminded me, but once I was working in organization, I don't think she listens to it. She's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
But one time, because it's gonna sound like I'm just insulting her.
Shutting.
What's up? What's going on, Chris?
Yeah, go ahead. Shit on your friend. What's up?
Like she was giving announcements in like the micro and the megaphone or whatever,
Yeah.
and I think there was a joke at one point, but I don't remember it because no part of the announcement seemed funny to me. And so I don't remember it until I had a friend later that was like, when she told that joke and I went, she told joke and she went, wow. And then she had come up to my other coworker
Yeah.
and was like, hey, when I tell a joke, could you guys, laugh to help support
Oh
me?
no.
And I went, no, that's so sad.
That's really sad. That's oh my
And then
god.
he's like, are you gonna help? I'm like, no, if it's not funny, it's not funny.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at it. Oh no.
Oh.
You know what that makes me think of?
Dear.
She had to take off her shoes.
Jesus Christ.
It
It reminds you of Legends of the Hidden Temple.
It does remind me of that. It's like
That was bad. That was bad.
it's really weird when you feel bad for someone you don't like. And so I just think of, but I can't get this out of my head, is Jeb Bush talking to a crowd full of, this clip? Jeb
Was
Bush.
it the woo? The thing
No,
that sunk his
that's
career?
Dean Cain. That's
Okay.
Dean Cain. Jeb Bush talks to an audience full of people while he's running for president.
Oh, please laugh.
Please clap.
Yeah, Nick references that all the time.
It's so... It hurts me to watch that. It's
Yeah, it
so deeply sad.
That's why he didn't get the candidate.
Yeah, that's...
They didn't clap. That's
didn't.
why. He didn't get the nomination. They didn't clap.
All right, and how many people want this guy? And this guy.
Hey, you gotta wave your hands. You can't clap.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
You gotta
sorry.
wave your hands.
What? Going back to the Nick thing.
Yes.
What was the game show where they would just have some rando kid who had a weird talent and they were like...
What's
Nick
shit.
Stars? Guess what their talent is, and they would bring out a
Figure it
fucking
out.
train.
Figure it out.
Like shit. One of them was like, I can fling my shoe really hard while swinging, and I hold the Guinness record for shoe flinging.
I remember there was one kid who deeply troubled me. His talent was, I can eat cereal out of my chest.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that. That's weird.
What?
He was like pigeon-chested.
Yeah.
So he would like whip his shirt off, and then he would like suck in, and he could pour milk and cereal into his own chest and eat out of it.
Oh.
To be fair, if I saw it in real life, that kid, it would be amazing, and it would blow my mind.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
So yeah, like the
It's
Scott
weird that
Steiner
it's on
chest.
television.
Yes. Yes.
He sounded like Paul Pong. He was like, I can put cereal on it.
I can. Who wants to do body shots? Try and finish this shit.
Big, bad booty daddy.
So how far does the Dan Schneider thing go?
Yeah, how far does it
go? Like how high up does it go?
No,
like,
how many shows? I don't know if any of those game shows were.
I don't know if any of those game shows. He definitely started at All That. He did All That,
Okay.
then Amanda Show, then Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, iCarly, Sam and Cat, Victorious with that girl who does music now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe me.
Which one? They all do music.
Fuck.
They all had a tour at some.
She's an Australian and she does rap and nobody likes her very much.
Ariana? Is it
I think it was Ariana Grande. She was in the show Victorious.
I used to have a friend
she was a Nick actress.
college who was he was like super into Ariana Grande, but I don't think any of the TV shows like her actual music were.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I may be wrong.
Hey,
on
we
that.
didn't share similar music tastes.
Really? I can't imagine
man.
that. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
So strange.
Yeah.
Should
we talk about our months now? Time. We're doing fine, I guess. I don't know. This is we're doing it.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Ian, we'll come to yours last because I nailed the whole theater thing. So like.
Oh, okay.
And we can just have that be the big story.
Okay, man.
Because then we'll probably talk about everything there is to talk about.
Okay. Will you be
as we dissect it?
You won't have a problem if I change some names around, do you?
Nah. It's
okay,
fine.
great. Thanks.
What am I gonna do later?
You motherfucker! I know that's not what he calls.
You just gotta tell me you just gotta tell me the names after.
Okay, yeah.
So I can hit them up on like
oh my
social
God,
media
dude.
and ask if these questions, if these things.
I have all of them, so I'll give you that information if you want. Yeah.
Just tell you shit.
So I can, just. Hey, Ian says you're a dickbag. What's up,
dude? If you're a direct one, you should like shout more feet.
Yeah, let's try it this time, but I want you to like more with your feet. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, you want to go ahead?
Sure, I'll go first.
Yeah.
When's the last time we recorded? That was
a month ago.
A month ago.
Like from,
It was probably more than a month. Because
yeah.
it's gonna be out late. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so from then to now, nothing. No, so I think within that time,
I was dead for the entire.
I mean, mostly a lot of school and work, but I think between then, what I was able to do was since Chris and I were able to go to WonderCon.
Oh,
because
cool.
Chris's friend had free badges.
Chris's friend, we all know him. It's Corey.
Yeah.
Corey from Go Mango.
Oh, Corey got you in for free?
Yeah, he had like 2 extra badges. He hits me up like a day or two before.
That's really cool, man.
And I was like, sure. And then we got in. So I would like to thank him.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for inviting them to the thing. That's cool. What'd you guys do?
No, hey man, I texted you like 2 days before.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you were like, oh, I'm like busy all the way up till Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah. So shut up.
Okay. So now what happened? What happened at your thing?
You're shitting.
Well, whatever it was better than you.
It's funny because it's true.
No, majority of it was just going through. That was our first time at the Anaheim Convention Center. So
first time at WonderCon too.
WonderCon too, yeah. So we just kind of went through.
Just went for a day.
So we went through the trade room.
Okay.
And we just went up and down, seeing all the different stuff. We were surprised like how deep It was in that like it looked
Yeah.
pretty small, but then you keep going and keep going.
It's still technically smaller than the LA Convention Center, but it feels big.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, it's technically one giant room, but it's divided by like sections that will go outdoors, like in the middle of it.
Oh.
So it feels sort of like 3 different rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an interesting layout.
Can I ask? Because I'd heard WonderCon kind of started as a Stan Lee deal.
Did
Is
it?
that right?
Are you thinking of Kamikaze?
That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay,
Never
well,
mind.
it's just called Stan Lee's Comic Con now.
Oh,
LA
is it?
Comic Con now. Yeah.
Oh,
It's no longer called. I know Kamikaze is such a better name,
it's a way better name.
but I think it's just branding or something.
Whatever.
I know everyone has to have Comic Con in it.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you, man.
Okay.
I wish they had kept Kamikaze.
This side of the table is all on one.
No, I agree.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, because majority of it was just seeing all the new stuff. I was surprised by the amount of good sales we saw for comics.
Yeah, like actually better than Stan Lee's LA Comic Con.
Really?
Yeah,
There was way more
there.
comic vendors there.
Wow.
And bought a lot of
More
shit.
than 4. I counted. There were 4 at Kamikaze.
Yeah, dude, it was so
There were
fucked up.
fucking 4
It was really fucked up.
and a T-Mobile van.
T-Mobile van?
T-Mobile
Yeah.
van. And
Wow.
Rikishi.
Rikishi had a bit.
Rikishi was there.
Black Eyed Peas had like this thing,
They had a thing, yeah.
like a lounge thing. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's
So
Okay, cool story.
so comics.
So comics.
So yeah, I'll kind of get into those later. So what I got. So I mean, besides that, we went to a panel for video game composing, which was really interesting.
It was like the only one there that was interesting to us, like,
Yeah, that was the only one.
or the one I wanted to go to, which was writing in different mediums. Sadly, due to like traffic and parking, we got there too late. But yeah, so the composition one.
Yeah, that one was really interesting. Yeah, they had a lot of guys who did AAA, so people from Blizzard, or they had also some people who do mobile, and some
And then someone did indie games.
yeah, some who just got into indie.
Yeah.
They did film and TV for a while.
Yeah.
So then I think the majority was just like Q&A,
Okay.
experience, and then oh my god, I forgot his name. He only had one audio engineer, and he was the one on Star Wars 1313 before it got canceled by Disney.
Wow.
So do you know anything about Star Wars 1313?
I knew that it was canceled by Disney.
So it's a very famous case of
very,
games canceled very late in their life cycle. And it was really... It's kind of well documented, actually. There's a lot of videos on it. Unseen 64 did a whole expose like on it.
Okay.
By the way, if anyone hasn't checked out N64, that channel's great, man. You want to see some fascinating stories of games that were canceled and like never saw the light of day,
Really?
and just interviews. Yeah, they're really awesome. Star Wars 1313 was a game that was going to be all about Boba Fett, right?
Yeah,
And it was going to be
bounty
like this.
hunters.
Yeah, just bounty hunters and probably in general. And it had a much darker take on like the Star Wars universe, because it was supposed to be that, the bounty hunters universe, and like kind of like the seedy, grimy aspects of it. A little bit like I guess KOTOR or KOTOR Knights of the Old Republic style of stories, but maybe even darker. And they had all these writers on there, and they showed footage at E3. They had a build at some point, like full on playable build. And then as soon as Disney bought Star Wars, they canned it.
They bought
Like
Lucasfilm, yeah.
the moment they bought LucasArts.
Yeah.
And that was because it was too dark, and they were making the new Star Wars movies, and they had to brand those as PG-13 and or for a universal audience. So you can't have Star Wars game coming
Super, super dark.
It sucks.
Yeah, and I think when I heard that,
No money.
Yeah, everyone when everyone heard that in the panel, I remember like everyone like groaning.
Yeah,
because it was a terrible situation.
That's a bummer, man.
It was like really bad. Just no reason other than it doesn't fit our branding.
Yeah.
This project you all were working on for years.
Yeah.
You just have like Touchstone do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of reminded me of an old interview I saw with the new CEO for Disney. And he was asked about like artistic licensing and like mining the artistic properties, and he said like, "Oh, we're probably the best at artistic mining for artistic property." like basically squeezing it dry as possible.
Yeah.
So they have a certain view of it, and they have to sell that to other companies if they want to make T-shirts and all these products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does suck, pretty much.
I mean, like, Disney's model has become, you know what? It's really hard to be
Making new shit.
Because Disney wants to monopolize childhood, more or less. So they're like, instead of making like a new, because they tried in the 80s and 90s. They tried to do like the Black Cauldron and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what if we just bought that shit?
Yeah. What if we just bought the rights?
Yeah. You want to be the new puppet people? Buy Jim Henson.
Yeah.
You want to do the new space shit? Buy LucasArts. You want to you want to own adolescenthood on top of childhood? Marvel. That's us now.
Yeah. And then the only new stuff are some of the Pixar movies.
Yeah.
And even then, I mean, Big Hero 6 was different enough from the original source material.
That's a pretty big
that I can
swing.
say was kind of original, but still like a property.
Yeah.
Coco was probably the most original thing
sure.
I can think of in a while from Disney, and that one famously had pretty tough time coming out through the doors.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. I'm not trying to stomp on anyone's rhythm, but I want to ask you guys to the floor.
Okay.
I was talking about Disney just a little while ago with a friend about how they're remaking all their movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one's going to be The Lion King, which will basically just be like CGI with Beyonce.
Yeah.
I'll watch it, but
I'll watch it, but it permeates the problem. It continues the problem.
Absolutely.
That we've been talking about for a while.
What do you think they're going to continue to do? Like what properties? What properties do they have left to remake? Because they only have so many movies that have people.
We got to finish the 2 Star Wars movies.
Okay.
That are coming out.
Yeah.
Marvel Phase 2, or not Phase 2.
4.
Sorry, 4.
Yeah, 4
yeah, but now it's all going to be a reboot.
Wait, what?
I don't know if you remember that. Well, Infinity War is the capstone to like that project, and then like they're supposedly going to start a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah.
Right after. The only continuing things are, I think, Black Panther and Spider-Man. Because they're so new. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is something this is from a, panel I remember watching, a long time ago about talking movie plans. So I could be just talking out of my ass here.
Yeah.
But, because it's really expensive to keep bringing on everybody.
These actors, especially RDJ and Chris.
Robert Downey Jr. alone is,
the most expensive.
Most expensive out of all.
Yeah.
Because he's been there from the beginning.
You have to keep upping his pay every movie he's in.
And he's been in almost all of them. Almost all of them. And they're gonna continue the Marvel stuff. They'll probably figure out something to do with Star Wars after that. Star Wars never dies.
Star Wars never dies.
Even though it probably will. But Pixar is the only thing I think that they'll make original stuff.
Are they gonna keep making live action versions of?
Oh yeah, I think so.
If it doesn't
I think they
make
make enough money.
But
because they did Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast. Jungle Book was alright, live action.
Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent.
Yeah. But I think and then there was a story that was just told from Maleficent already that they based off.
Yeah. They haven't done Snow White yet.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But they're gonna do Aladdin and Mulan.
But A Wrinkle in Time is based off of it.
Wrinkle in Time is based off the book.
Is it good?
I haven't seen it yet. I really want to see it.
Okay.
Fucking Oprah.
Fucking Oprah.
Dude, Mindy Kaling.
Mindy Kaling.
Is great.
And Captain Kirk is
Kirk.
in there.
Yeah, I don't even. From what I've seen from the trailers, I don't think he has a big role.
Oh no, he's probably in it for a few minutes.
He's the MacGuffin.
Yeah, he's the.
Yeah. So who knows, man?
It's hard to say. I mean, production like this. I mean, it's tough because you can just say
Cars 5.
Cars 5. Make it like Fast and the Furious crossover.
It never made sense to me. Like Cars 2 was a spy.
I didn't even watch Cars 2.
So Cars 2 was a
Because
spy.
Cars 1 ends. Like, and to me, I'm like, that's the ending. That's
Yeah, I think I was pretty satisfied.
Can I tell you? I didn't watch Cars 1.
Okay.
I just saw Cars 2.
Oh wow. Okay, did you watch Cars 3? Please
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
Okay.
please tell me you watched all the trash. Like,
No.
instead of
I don't like. Oh, because so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Cars 3 came and went kind of without me
yeah.
realizing it.
Did you watch Planes?
I did watch some of Planes.
Oh my god. You know that was supposed to be a straight to DVD like movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
I did not. What I wanted to ask you was because we had talked about Cars 3 about the promotional shit that the director had been saying. So did you see Cars 3?
No.
Okay.
I've only seen Cars 1. I was there. Like,
Okay. Well, because we'd been talking about it, and I'm actually kind of curious about how stupid old people grumbling is Cars 3. Because Cars 3 was set up. Did you know about the setup for it?
Isn't the setup their agents now, or
No, the setup for
Isn't that? I'm sorry, the one Larry the Cable Guy plays.
that's in
He's a
Cars
setup.
2.
That's 2.
That's 2. Is
the
their
hell's 3?
spot. Cars 3 is Lightning McQueen, Owen
Okay.
Wilson's character, is going up against a young car named Thunder Slap
Thundercock.
Something, yeah.
Chad Thundercock.
Chef Thundercock, who's like a new model of car, and like the director was talking about like how the dynamic would be Lightning McQueen doing an old style of prep and racing, and this new specifically this was the term that was used repeatedly. These millennials coming in with new technology where they think they're owed everything.
Okay. Yeah.
And I immediately was like, well, fuck you in the throat. You've immediately turned off so many people. Yeah, I was kind of curious to see how much of that movie was just going to be like, and things were better then. Let me tell you about how much better things were in the 80s.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it though.
Okay.
Oh man.
We can talk about what you think.
So Nick, WonderCon.
Besides that, I mean, for the composer panel, it was pretty interesting. I mean, it kind of confirmed a lot of assumptions I had for a lot of the process. Specifically, there's a lot of questions for dealing with networking, maybe working with other musicians, and someone put it pretty perfectly. Where I forgot her name, but on the panel, she just said that the biggest demand right now is musicians from their home recording and then sending it to a studio.
Yeah.
Or to
studios cost so fucking much.
Yeah.
Like
the money. The money it costs to get there, and then to work out the contract, and then like to sit
and
down and
like,
record it.
And like, fuck you if you don't live in LA or like New York where they have the studios.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, well, shit, just bring us our audio anyway. So, that was really interesting overall. So comic book wise, the first thing I got.
Yeah, I got lost. So.
Yeah, I got lost stuff. The first thing I got was the first 15 volumes of The Spirit.
Oh, what?
Darren Crow's run. Darren Crow's run.
He has it here somewhere.
He has it here.
Have you gotten to go through it at all?
Well, I mean, I've read them.
It's like
before, but yeah, to get it physically like this, issue by issue.
Oh, this is a great price, man. This is fantastic.
Yeah, and the seller was really cool, really nice about it, because when I was purchasing it, he explained that this isn't gonna work for audio, but I'm pointing at Ian the names on the comic. So Darren Cook is the original. This is like his run, and then him, Dave Stewart, they passed away a while.
Oh, okay.
But the colorist for the run, Argones was there.
Oh wow.
He was there signing, and he said, "Oh yeah, just tell him that Steve sent you and get a sign." But because Chris and I, the way we usually do conventions like that, we go up and down. By the time we went up and down, it was already too late. So it was getting late.
Oh, this is fantastic, man. I love this.
Yeah, but
that was beautiful.
That was really nice to know. So yeah, that was cool because I finally got physical issues. Then the next one I got, I believe was blankets.
Oh, Blankets is really good.
Yeah, I finally got a physical because I wanted to read it. It was really good.
Yeah,
really
you
good.
liked it?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was a very personal account.
It's a very intimate story.
Intimate story, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I recommend. I really liked it. I mean, the it kind of read like Sculptor. Sculptor. It was very fast. It was very quick, fast read.
Yeah.
Even though it looked intimidating, like physically.
It's pretty thick, but
Pretty thick, yeah.
Yeah, but it's Sculptor's like just 2 rows, like usually of panels.
Yeah.
It's just the way it's printed.
Yeah. So that was really good because I just heard the good thing. That's kind of like what I Kill Giants. I just heard good things and wanted to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty surprised. It was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say much because the whole point of it is like seeing his life or this part of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but beginning to end was really good. And then Chris and I later worked out a deal, and then we got all 6 volumes of Scott Pilgrim colored.
Yeah, hard
Half
copy.
off.
I noticed that.
Each one was half off.
Half off. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I read all of them in 1 week. And it was great. I mean, there's not much else to say about it, really.
It's really
great.
wonderful.
Yeah, the coloring was really good. Nathan Fairbairn, I believe his name is, did all the coloring. I really like his stuff with DC too, and he did a great job with this one, as always.
Yeah, I gotta read all of them. I've never read the Scott Pilgrim stuff. I've just seen the movie.
Which is a great movie.
Yeah, it's really good. What else? Anything else you got?
Let's see. So besides that,
well, are you about to leave WonderCon? Because then I could just say what I got. WonderCon.
yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's it.
I got all 3 issues of Death, Neil Gaiman's run.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, which was the right after spinoff of like Sandman. This isn't the compilation one where it's everything including those 3 issues.
They're floppies.
And everything that was in Sandman.
Yeah.
No, these are the 3 issues like themselves. Bought those for like $10. And then I got a new hard copy of Watchmen, the anniversary edition, because I've had my paperback one since like middle school, and it's pretty fucking beat up. So I was like, "Fuck it, okay." And it was half off, so I went, "Oh, just buy it." Yeah, it's still in its like shrink packaging. Did I get anything else?
So you got Volume 8.
Oh, Volume 8 of Saga. Did you read Volume 8 of Saga?
I have not read Volume 8 of Saga.
Oh, okay.
You both did.
You both did.
Chris, I have to ask you.
Yeah?
Do you even know? Do you even know?
Do you know?
Do I even know?
Yeah, do you know?
Do you know?
Do you know?
Do you know what a fidget spinner looks like?
Yeah. I'm not gonna explain. Yeah. We're not gonna explain anything. Just go read the.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you?
It feels like they're going somewhere. If that's the big question.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's progress made.
Okay. Because
this one was more character like building.
I know that we 3 have talked about
Yeah.
his aimlessness.
Yeah.
In a lot of his stories, so this is nice.
Yeah. Well. I think my problem is always like he starts off where the story really does feel like there's a conclusion in mind.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, and then it slowly becomes, oh, I don't know if he.
Yeah.
Actually, has an idea, or if it's just one of those comics things where he's just trying to like stretch it out. Yeah, go read it. It's good. It's Saga.
Okay. Yeah, I always had a good time with Saga.
Yeah. Anything else, Nick?
Shoot. I think, let's see, besides that, I keep saying this on each one. I did reread Pun again, some volumes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I keep seeing some new things, and my opinion on the characters completely changed.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, it just keeps happening each time I read it. But it's funny because I was telling Chris about how much the author doesn't like Goodnight Pun.
Really?
He doesn't like that one. He sees that series the way you kind of a person would see their teenage self.
Oh.
Very angsty, very.
Like I've grown up a lot since then.
Yeah.
He kind of sees it like that, and he's like, "Oh, well, I don't even know why I did that. It was kind of dumb." But he didn't, because also he said like it didn't sell well because it's a very, very dark series. So because of that, it didn't sell as well.
Right.
As his earliest
it's too
series.
real, man.
Well, no, it was like people, the whole moe thing talked about before.
Yeah.
The whole ecchi thing. So he kind of, not that he went ecchi, he kind of like put a lot of the characters into real settings and then like kind of deconstructing how a person like that would adjust to society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all. Those are really like his last one. His newest series was what was it Dead Demon Did It a Destruction, I think.
Dead Demon Did It a Destruction?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Whereas, that's a pretty good title.
That's a good... I can't not like that title.
Which I think you'll like it's because it's his first sci-fi book.
Oh, that's also
okay.
fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's basically two teenage girls like going like about to graduate to college, and it's just them, and it's usually them around Japan, but there's this looming spaceship above them, and like you see in the background the government trying to talk to this new species trying to come to Earth.
Right.
But the majority of it is them trying to live normal lives.
Okay.
Who clearly just don't have nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it does catch up to them, and it's really good the way that he does it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's cool.
I think
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, it's me.
Okay. I'll go next. Then I read Saga Volume 8. It's good. The problem is if I talk about it, there's like spoilers, right? Also I felt like this one had like that moment in every, because the volumes are a compilation of issues where Saga really likes to start each one with like a single page, like full piece. And it's supposed to be something shocking, or supposed to immediately grab your attention. Which I'm like, okay, that's, if you're doing it in issue form, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm not too hung up about that. But it became really apparent when it was all put together, and specifically in this one.
You're seeing the theme come
Yeah,
up.
or I'm seeing the motif of just the tricks they like to use and like everything. Did I read anything else, man? I mean, I started David Wong's new book. Or Jason Parsan.
What the hell did I just read?
Just read. I'm about halfway through. Man, there's some good fucking lines in there. All of John's accounts of the events are fucking amazing. Like, and they're so greatly done. And this book so far, it seems like he's getting more into the character, like, and how they feel, and like the mental problems that they're going through rather than the background stuff.
Okay.
Whereas like Don't Touch This Book, It's Full of Spiders, was very much about the situation, like at hand. So that's good so far. I haven't finished it yet. I didn't get to do much because it was like finals were going on, man. Spring break even, I worked pretty much the entire week. Oh, I did manage to watch the new season of Love, just because they were 30-minute episodes in between.
How did you like it?
I liked it. I still like it. I don't disagree with you. I think those main characters are horrible people.
We've talked about this a lot. I have a hard time relating to those people because they're fucking assholes.
They're so... Dude, man, they're so bad. Like, There's more redemption in there. There's more where you're like, I think they're starting to be better people.
Okay.
At the very least, I think, oh my god, what's her name? She's Mickey in the show. She's from Community.
Jillian something?
Yeah.
Jacobs? Jillian Jacobs?
It might be Jillian Jacobs. I was thinking Microsoft. We'll make sure to go to the store. And her character is actually like starting to redeem itself.
Okay.
I always thought Cuss was like the worst character in terms of like worst person.
Right.
And boy did they get into some shit. Okay. There is. No, there's good stuff in there. There was like an actual what would be called the B plot. Like I think it actually felt like the story made progress in the B plot.
Okay.
Because people move on, they get into new relationships and all that, and that was really cool. No, it's good. It's good if you like Judd Apatow.
If you're into that sort of thing,
yeah. And it's no longer just like teenagers or young adults, but like middle age people are like becoming middle age, transitioning into their 30s. Like, yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
I know there's some funny bits in there, but there's a hard like funny joke I thought, but like that was like gut laugh that for me, but yeah, I watched that, man. I didn't get to watch much. Oh, we started Darling in the Franxx.
Oh yeah,
The Trigger anime.
Yeah.
We're about 5 episodes in, and then we found out it didn't end. So we were like, oh, we're just gonna wait till it ends because Trigger likes doing all the big stuff like at the end. So we want that pacing to be felt.
Right.
It's about halfway through, or about 5 episodes through. I don't think that's halfway.
No.
Have you watched it?
Trigger the Franks? No. Do you watch it online or?
Yeah, I think it's on Crunchyroll if you have that. I don't know about Hulu, but
Okay.
it's definitely on Crunch. You'll like it. You like non-subtle sexual metaphors.
I love non-sexual. I love deeply sexual things. Yeah. Sounds
They
fun.
like
boy.
Oh man.
Man.
Oh
man,
boy.
Man.
So fucking-
You want some on the nose? No holds barred.
Trigger levels. That's some trigger shit.
But here's the thing, because once you get past it, man, and it's sort of like Kill la Kill in that manner. Once you get past it, you realize how they're using it
Yeah.
to like
that makes me
yeah.
more happy.
where it's used a story where, of course, it's not subtle, but like, man, dude, okay, because me and Nick talked about it for a while, just the third, I think it's episode 3.
Yeah.
It might be 2. Where they explore the childhood friend trope. Because you get your Gynex crazy girl just came in, magical pixie girl, but she's nuts and has a kill streak and like, but she's the only one that the main character can bond with because he's a fuck up and can't bond with anyone else for anything.
Yeah.
But the childhood friend is like, I think she's too dangerous for him, and do I have feelings? And it's all and piloting a robot is such a metaphor for sex that it's not even like.
Oh, absolutely.
That it's not like.
Oh.
Dude, no subtlety. If I just showed you a picture, there's no fucking subtlety. Like,
The pods, yeah.
Yeah, there's.
Oh my god.
No subtlety whatsoever.
I'm so excited.
It's so bad.
So excited.
Dude, the training one's the best one.
That was great. That was really good.
Because it's rubber.
Oh yeah.
And it's supposed to be a metaphor for sex, and like if you can't bond, then you're just having bad sex, right? Like is what.
Oh my god.
Is what it comes to, and there's a point where they're like, oh, but me and the crazy Gynex girl kiss, and that's what got me going. and then she's like, what's a kiss? And then that was like the most interesting part because to me that's like, wait, if everything's so sexually metaphored here, and these are children who are built for war because people from Gynex and Trigger fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Do they actually know the concept of sex?
Right.
Like, if this is all like, did they not teach them that to bond with the robot? Because that would be interesting. I don't think that's actually the case. But that would be an interesting idea, especially if they don't know what kissing is. But then it's weird because one of the characters is like, yeah, I want to be her, finally, like, and
oh yeah,
that's my impression of that guy.
There's that cocky, yeah, it was that cocky guy who thought he can handle the guy.
Oh yeah, oh my god, okay, so there's this moment, before I get to my favorite moment in the show, there was this moment where there's this guy, and they're obviously supposed to be different types of couples.
Yeah.
And this one is like rich guy, and then this seems what would be like a maid in the other one, or at least like in any other anime it would be rich guy secretary who likes him, or someone who's just trying to please him, I guess. And there's this one shot where he's looking away while playing. He's like, no. It's no good. This isn't doing it for he might as well have said this isn't doing it for you don't want. And then he tries to stay on crazy pink handed girl and almost dies because of it. And then me and Nick was like, the joke is she's too much woman for him and he can't handle it.
Turns out he was a bottom. He thought he was a power top.
Yeah, he thought he was a power top, but he's a reluctant bottom.
No, but trust me, you'll see her. Like, you'll see, oh, that's Gaina's. Like, you'll see that's old school
Okay.
character, yeah.
Well, and it's A1 Pictures, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
So, yeah, this is Trigger and A1 Pictures.
Wow.
Big thing. Yeah, so there's a moment with the childhood friend, and then they actually kiss. And then, instead of, like, that being the big bond thing, they realize, oh, there's nothing.
Oh, really?
There's no spark here. There's nothing between us.
Oh, wow.
And the girl gets so angry about it. And then the final line of that episode is, don't worry, you weren't good anyway. And I was like, that's like the fucking best.
Fuck.
and because it's not sex. But it's sex.
But it is, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So
It's like, and it's just a blank screen, and it's just her saying, you weren't good. It's the fucking best. Okay. I think that's all
Okay.
I watched, man. Did I watch any movies? I don't think so.
Oh,
Did I go
damn
watch
it. Did you not watch any movies?
Why would you watch?
I really wanted to talk about a movie.
I didn't get to watch. I haven't gotten to watch Isle of Dogs because, like,
Okay. Me neither.
because the nearest one is in Pasadena.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's
Yeah,
limited.
now it's crazy. And it's at like the expensive theaters.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to watch Pacific Rim 2. And eventually I'm gonna have to,
Yeah.
just because, even though Del Toro's in it, not in it.
Yeah.
I heard it's still it's good,
Mhm.
but the consensus seems to be it's still inferior to
The
first one in
Yeah.
every possible way.
Also, it's like because of the new director, like you can just by looking at it tell like, oh, this is a very different aesthetic that they're going for.
I've talked about this with Corey because he asked me about it. I was like, it seems kind of sterile to me too. It seems like doesn't have as much heart going in there as like Del Toro did.
Yeah,
Del Toro definitely had his presence in there, like the entire way through.
This is maybe a really weird thing, but I was talking to someone about how Del Toro is drawing off of Japanese anime and manga for his aesthetic. So it's always night.
Mm-hmm.
It's all these very bright neons, and this.
Well, plus night helps out with the CG too. So like,
But-
and Del Toro's really fucking good about knowing how to work visuals. So
Yeah, but Pacific Rim 2 is kind of actually more based in the aesthetic of Chinese action and Chinese science fiction and things like that.
oh, is it? Okay, it seemed more Power Rangers to me, but
Basically, like, this movie is deliberately like marketing itself at China.
okay,
Like, it is pretty blatantly.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
please watch this.
Please watch because China's the second biggest movie market.
And they loved Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
They fucking loved it. Well, I mean, we loved it, but
yeah, but it wouldn't have made nearly as much money.
yeah.
If it wasn't for China because like Pacific Rim did not do well on opening weekend.
No.
It did well over its full run.
Consistently, yeah.
It was very consistent, but it just did not do well that first weekend.
Yeah. But
Came out the same day as Grown Ups 2. I don't know if you remember that.
really?
I don't know if you
I remember.
that.
I really forgot. We didn't talk about PSVR.
Oh yeah, we got a PSVR.
So
We
please,
can go after. We can go to that after movies if you want.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, that sounds
Okay,
great.
well, do you still want to talk about movies or?
Fuck. Yeah, a little bit. Just
Okay, yeah.
I saw Annihilation.
Oh, how is it?
What was it?
It's so good.
Is it good? Okay.
It's so good.
Okay.
You guys.
Is it still out?
It's still out. You can go see it.
Alright, maybe if I have time, I'll go. Maybe Tuesday.
Did you guys like Ex Machina?
Yeah,
you
I
have
That
liked
was
it.
great. Yeah.
I liked
Okay,
it.
so it's written and directed by the same guy.
Yeah, no, that I know. That's why I want to watch it.
It's got.
It's based off a Jeff Vandermeer novel,
Yeah.
which I haven't read it, but I've read Jeff Vandermeer's stuff.
It's kind of I haven't read Jeff Vandermeer's work, but as I understand it, the movie is kind of just a mix-up of all of his Annihilation series.
Oh, is it? I thought it was just the first
okay.
one.
It's kind of a scramble of it,
Okay.
I believe. But I haven't read them.
Yeah.
But that's what I've heard. It's so good.
Okay.
I
I have to watch it.
I can't spoil it for you.
Yeah.
But shit, man. I'll say here's what I can talk about.
Yeah.
Performances were all very good.
Okay.
I loved them. I think that the performer who really stood out to me is an actress who I should have looked her name up beforehand. She plays the kind of commander for the troop of scientists who go into the to the bubble. I don't know. She took the material she had and really stood out. She plays because all of the women in the film are scientists, like experts in a specific field. So Portman plays a biologist. There's another actress who is there's one who's like a physicist, one who's studying all this, and then the commander is a psychiatrist with a specialty in therapy. And then there's just like this fantastic scene in the movie, which won't spoil anything, but I feel like sets up the tone of the film really well. So they've just seen something unspeakable, and
they just saw something fucking rad.
We saw feet.
And so it's Portman.
Is it all a metaphor for sex too? Like,
I'd say that it's more a metaphor for.
I was joking.
Oh, okay. I won't talk about the metaphor then. Do you feel like that would?
Yeah, that might spoil it.
Okay.
Because then I'm just gonna figure out how to how to make it all fit.
Okay.
Into that compartment, rather than find out what the compartment is in the first place.
Okay, I'll give you this line out of context, and I hope that'll give you like enough to like run when you see it.
Sure.
But so Portman's talking to this the commander, who's a psychiatrist, and she's looking out with a gun on this field, and they've just seen like horrible things happen.
Yeah.
And so Portman says something like, "Oh, do you think that they're that he was suicidal?" I'm not gonna say who that was.
Yeah.
Could be anybody. And then and then they have this exchange where she turns around and she looks at Natalie Portman very seriously, and she's like, "I don't believe most people are suicidal. It's very, very rare. But I do believe that almost everybody is self-destructive."
Okay. That's pretty good.
And it's a great line. It's a beautiful line. It's so good. It's such a good movie. Oh my god.
No, it's on the list.
Oscar Isaac's in it, and he's very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'll watch it. Yeah. So we got a VR. We got a PlayStation VR. It was on sale on eBay.
Okay.
For a little bit, we got it for it was like 170, which is actually really good.
Okay, cool.
Considering how expensive those things can get. And we only have res for it.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not at
Not
all. It's
oh man.
Transcendental.
Holy
man.
shit.
People, you know the dream is for VR to have your basically what Sword Art Online tries to sell.
Yes.
And that's just the MMO, and you plug in and you give up.
Yes.
And you just play.
The give up machine.
Yeah. I don't want that. That's not the VR thing I want. I want the res experience. I want to be in that.
Okay.
I want to be in the 80s grid polygon. Like, everything looks fucking cool and everything's a fucking music video.
Did you saw season 6?
I don't want to live a second life. I want.
What do you mean, take it off?
Did you guys see season 6 of Community?
No.
Oh man, because there's a whole plot line where the dean buys VR for his. He buys a new computer to do filing.
Okay.
And it comes as a VR set.
Okay.
And so it's just him repeatedly going into files like, all right, now you need to open the file that says date. And it's him climbing a mountain of like filing cabinets. Jesus wept! The power!
But yeah, dude, in VR, like, res is awesome. Like,
oh my god.
It's transcendental.
When you get to the last stage, you get to Area X.
Oh my god, dude.
Like, I was legit tearing up by the end of it.
After we recorded
like, that was like an actual emotional response that I had. Like,
yeah.
Could I maybe see it after we...
Yeah, we would have to... It takes a little bit to set up, but we can do that for you.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got that. I forgot we got that. Yeah, it's been a fucking while, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Rock is a sponge.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Okay.
Yeah, you can't describe it. It's hard.
Yeah, it's really tough to...
You really just have to experience it.
Having said that, yeah, I still don't think it's totally worth it unless you get it on sale.
Okay.
Or cheaper than what it is now. But if you do, get Res, man. Res is like probably for a while it was like the only thing I wanted on VR was just Res.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else I did. So go to Ian. What did you do? Did you read anything? Before I get into your theater experience, I'm just gonna let that be the story and let it rock.
Yeah,
right.
It sounds like a long story, so we'll keep ours.
It might be a little long, yeah. Also, I haven't been able to read as much just because of classes and work. I did buy a new trade of Hellblazer when it just came out because I'm always down for John Constantine adventures.
Yeah, is that new? Oh no, that's not Constantine. What's that new show on FX?
Legion?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Legion. Okay. Is that show any good?
It's fucking perfect.
Is it? Okay.
It's actually amazing.
People have told me to actually watch it. Okay, so Hellblazer. Yeah.
Yeah, Hellblazer. It's a good time.
Yeah?
I like this run of it. It's kind of... I mean, I think that John Constantine's most interesting when you kind of let him off the leash.
Okay.
He's most fun when he can be kind of scummy.
Yeah.
And then you try and find a balance between how shitty a person can we make him and still have you like him.
Yeah.
And I think he's still like I still like him, no matter how shitty he gets. And this run actually
because if you keep reading, he'll change. Yeah.
That's right.
You'll change him.
I can make him better. I can make him a good person.
He has nice feet.
I think that what I took away most that I liked from this run, other than him like totally being down to sleep with anybody and everybody, was they have this extended exchange with him and a demon who's a psychic.
Yeah.
Psychic demon.
Psychic demon.
And they just make fun of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic, man. Because Keanu Reeves was in the Constantine movie.
Yes.
And they're like, I can see multiple realities, such and such. And they're like, what really? And he's like, yeah, one where you have black hair and you don't have an accent at all. And you're in LA for some reason. So that was fun.
Hang on, speaking of demons, because I just saw this. Did we talk about Devilman Crybaby?
We talked a little bit about it.
A little bit. We didn't talk about when it was finished.
Oh, yeah, because we finished it.
How'd you like it?
It's really good.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh, so you did. Well, you did finish it.
I love the art in it. I think the
art's the strongest aspect by far. I still have a problem with it goes at a breakneck fucking pace.
There's no time to breathe.
Yeah, there really isn't. And I mean that helps with the chaotic aspects of certain scenes. And one I was listening to a podcast, someone pointed out, and I think I might agree with him on this. Where there's anime that has this. There's this weird trope in anime that social media has a way bigger and faster impact. Than it actually does in life. I can see the idea being spread fast, but the fact that it changes government policy
immediately,
and just all this stuff.
Yeah,
It's a stretch.
But
at the moment where they get into the track and field though, and that thing's revealed, or they do that I understand. That I can see being a national incident.
Yeah,
because there's no ifs, ands, or buts of
we
what
have to
happens.
take action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me it was kind of weird. It was kind of interesting watching because I remember reading the original manga. I love the original OVA series. I think back in I want to say 2012 was when I watched the original OVA and then all those spin-off OVAs they had. Especially manga, dude. There's like 50 spin-offs.
Devilman?
Yeah. I talk about it. He had one time he had armor and he rode a dragon.
Well, I made the comment when Nick told me about Devilman Crybaby, and I was like, oh yeah, that was the guy who's part of that Super Sentai thing, Devilman 009, right? Because that's where I do it.
Right. And
even though I never watched it, I just always saw that image. But yeah. This show's great. It's really
It's a
good.
fun time.
It's really
So there's some things. Yeah, I was gonna say there's some things actually changed from. I was gonna point out what changed from the original and then from this
Go
one.
ahead.
Yeah.
So there's a what if OVA, where essentially instead of Amon, the warrior of hell, he possesses Akira.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah. So instead of Amon possessing him, it's Satan, and then Amon is the one they have to kill. He's the one who rules.
Okay.
So, in that one, that's the only one where you see, I forgot her name, but you see her on the pikes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Are we gonna just do it and go into spoiler territory here?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. How much time am I gonna give us then?
3 minutes.
3? You think we can do it in 3?
6.
Let me give it 5 minutes. 6. You know, it's 6. Double it. I'm gonna put a fucking hard timer here
Okay.
because I don't want to do any editing.
Okay. Well, you can just timestamp.
Because I don't have fucking time. No, I'm just gonna do the clock and be like, hey, we're starting now.
Ready, set, cook.
Yeah. Because.
All right. Ready.
Hang on.
Alright.
Set.
Let me get them. Fuck. Hang on.
Right.
Timer. All right. Where are we going? We're going over 6.
6?
I can go up to 57. All right. Ready, set, go.
So it was
Okay.
pretty good.
That was good.
No, so she was on the pikes.
Yeah.
In that OVA series, but in other series, she actually lives
Mhm.
beyond the ending,
Really?
and the world's reconstructed, and that's when Violence Jack starts.
Oh, okay.
And essentially, you see Rio and her in chains in Violence Jack,
Really?
and he explains that they're all in one universe. So Violence Jack is the world reconstructed after it's destroyed.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a time loop.
Yeah, time loop basically. Yeah.
So Violent Jack and Devilman, same reality.
Same reality.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like right after the world gets destroyed and is
Holy
reconstructed.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why there's so much violence.
Yeah.
Where else does he get a name like that?
Well, so the thing was that Gonagai, the thing of him doing it was a big deal. Was that he was one of the first to make it basically popularized. Because it came out during the ultra violence, the whole movement. So when something like this comes out, given that it's already passed and we already seen like stuff that is that shot like that go that route. It was interesting to kind of see his take because I knew the director's all about sex, drugs, and violence.
Yes.
And for something like Golden Guy, that's like perfect for him. So that was really cool, and I really did like it overall.
I mean, some of those scenes, it's like a goddamn people blender. It's just
Yeah. Oh no! Yeah, at some point you're not even sure what you're looking at anymore.
Oh,
It's just crazy visuals. But then you find out, and then you really look, and you're like, no, this is
real.
This is all well directed, and
Yeah.
like you can follow it if
Yeah.
you really try.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I talked about it with Nick right after, and I was like, Rio is probably is just as bad as like Griffith in terms of like anime villain, or at least scope. He might even be worse because he succeeds.
Yeah.
He's literally Satan.
Yeah.
So, and then Nick was like, well, he inspired Griffin. I was like, yeah, it makes like the most sense in the world.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, what's funny because Rio is essentially based off at least socially the ideal person in Japan.
Oh, really?
So super rich, blonde hair, blue eyes. He has the guns and
can speak English.
Very
young.
Very young.
Not really sexually active. More focused on his work.
Mm-hmm.
Young age, very successful, or he has like a PhD.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it turns out, and guess what? You're
that
fucking
makes it,
Satan.
Yeah, that makes literally the worst person in the world.
You're a fucking heartless psychopath.
Nope.
So that was like the writer's commentary on
Chris.
this weird society idea that they have.
Oh, hang on, Chris. Ian, I gotta ask you, what's Rio's room number? Because you see it above the door of Rio's place.
Oh, was it 215?
No.
Is it 666?
It's 666, remember?
Yes, no, yeah.
Oh my
So get it?
Okay, well, we're on just that. Fucking Akira sitting in front of the projector screen at his school watching porn. Like, like 5 feet in front of him, he has this big ridiculous tree. It's like the fucking best. Which, by the way, he's looking at the penetration, the exact.
Same.
Just staring straight at it.
Staring straight at it. Nothing else. There's interest for him. He just wants a big zoom in.
So Chris kept asking me, is it about like repression and like sexual repression?
Well, I think this rendition of it, I think is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's for sexual. It's all about sexual repression. Even like transgender, like
coming out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or just coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's like the devil man.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
And also Lucifer has both genitalia, like at the end. He has breasts and a penis, like.
Classic Lucifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's all about repression, but.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because then there's that really nice one where it's the rapper guy and the girl, and they're all because they're at points in their lives where no one else. Mm-hmm. It's like no, I think it's.
I get that.
I'm not crazy.
No, we're agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to rewatch it just to go point out like this is exactly the moment I figured out. No, yeah, it's good. I like.
How much time do we have to spoil?
We have like a minute 20.
All right, let's see.
You may have really called it with this.
Yeah. Have you seen the English OVA voice acting? That shit's amazing.
No.
And Chris, meld with me.
Yeah, meld with me.
Such a good line. Yeah, I have to show you after. It's all on YouTube. It's freaking awesome.
Okay, totally.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's for some of the worst. But I do like that, and I don't know that. I mean, people say that's pretty violent, but no, the fucking Violence Jack's got everyone's beat.
I was kind of surprised at how, like, you've already mentioned what my favorite things are in art, but how sexual it is. It gets pretty...
Oh, it's overtly. Like,
pretty sexual.
It's overtly. Like...
When he, like, almost broke the ceiling, because when he had a wet dream.
Yeah. What a good time. What a good time. What a good time, guys. What
a hero.
Remember at the end, he's holding him? Why are you crying? It's already dead.
You already knew it was going to die.
You already knew it was going to die. Why was Rio crying?
That's such a good line.
Oh my god.
It's such a good line.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, that brings us to 10 seconds. Anything you want to spoil in 10 seconds?
So
on the third season of The Wire.
No, I get to do that. So at the end, it
3,
was Omar.
2, 1. No more
We're
spoilers!
both women!
Oh my god, and it goes into negative, my timer, to tell you how overboard.
You owe it
to remind you how much. No, that's better than my line.
Oh, bad.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
so what else you been up to watching?
I was like I said, I haven't had a lot of time to do anything, but I'll just mention 2 podcasts.
Work in school sucks, you guys.
Yeah, work in school is garbage, and I hate it.
You have no time for anything.
It's all for nerds. We cool guys.
And it's like, oh, I want to hang out or meet someone, and then it's like, oh shit, I don't even have time for myself.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. Fuck that noise.
And then when you do have time, you're like, I'm fucking tired, man. I
just want to take a nap. Maybe I'll just turn on Netflix and go to sleep. Oh, okay. I watched a show and I listened to 2 podcasts. I'll mention.
Okay.
One is the second series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh yeah, Netflix. My sister told me that.
And I started watching that, and it's shockingly funny. It's so funny. It's like because I mean they're written by the author of the books, so they're incredibly dry, but 2 jokes that I think are incredibly funny. At least for people who read them, is in the very first episode, there's a woman on a phone call who says, "You sound incredibly cold. Are you already in the mountains? Because we're not supposed to be there till the end of the season, when spring starts." And the end of the season ends. And then there's a weird joke about a man being blackmailed, and his response to being blackmailed is, "Just tell me what you want, what you really, really want." I don't know. I enjoy that, but cinematography is really good.
It's very nice again.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing that.
And it's art directed by Bo Welsh, who did all the work for the Men in Black films, and he did the Addams Family films and Casper.
With the live action movie?
The live action movie Casper.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen it. I think I've seen bits and pieces.
Oh, I haven't watched it since the 90s, but it was one of my well, Christina Ricci's in it. It was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Wait, is Christina Ricci the caveat that you're like, oh, it's a great movie, but Christina Ricci
you know what? Look.
Or do you really like Christina Ricci and you're like, oh, that's the reason I like that movie?
I intensely like Christina Ricci.
So that's the reason you like the movie.
I'm not saying she's the only reason I like the movie. The president from Independence Day is her dad. He's in it.
Oh my god, why am I forgetting
Bill,
his fucking name? Bill Paxton.
Paxton?
Big Pullman guy.
Oh, fuck me. I always get them confused.
They're confusing
Shut
gentlemen.
up. Just start the timer.
Alright, keep talking.
What's up again?
So the art direction's really good. It's fun. It's a good time.
Every fucking time.
Yeah. I only saw a couple episodes of the first season.
They they give Nathan Fillion like a really big part in the show now.
Oh, cool.
The guy from Firefly. So that's fun. So I watched that. I really liked that show, and I there's probably very little that they could do that would make me.
Bill Paxton died last year.
Oh no!
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh man. So then so then I'll just really quick talk about the 2 podcasts I started listening to.
All right.
One is dumb, and I probably will stop because it's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It's called "Pounded in the Butt" by my own podcast.
Okay.
And it's literally a podcast where I don't know if you guys are aware. There's like this guy who got really popular on Amazon, publishing his own like erotica.
Okay, right, it's Bill Pullman.
It's Bill tight.
Yeah. Bill Paxton is from Twister.
Tight as his
and he has that great line where they go, "What's a hurricane 3? Oh, that's when you gotta go indoors. What's category 4? Oh, that's when you gotta like lock up your whole house because shit's gonna start flying. What's a 5? It's the hand of God."
That movie is so. I think I watched. If not all of it,
I think it's the finger of God.
The finger of God. I watched that with Christian like a little while ago.
Oh, yeah?
I don't remember when, but I remember watching it.
I would just watch that one scene if I.
And there's
that's the best part of the movie.
It's like Magic Mike.
Like it's supposed to be a movie where they make a hurricane, like a Twister, like Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. They were trying to do a storm version of Jurassic Park. Like, but what if the storm was chasing them, etc. But there's literally a thing that I count as a joke because. They see a cow get flung like across the screen, and I guess like you're supposed to think, oh, it's terrible, but the same cow shows up later alive, being, and that's like a joke. That is a joke. That's not a thing people will take seriously.
That can't be a mistake. That can't be.
That's not.
I refuse to believe a human being
was like, this'll scare him. That same cow is still freaking out. So he wrote a bunch of these like Pounded by the Pound, or they're like dumb pseudo porn that he sold on Amazon. And he got his own podcast, and he gets like real actors to read out
these pseudo porn.
These pseudo porn. What? Well, for example, the very first one he has is called "Pounded in the Butt" by my own butt. Okay. And it's
is it based on the day my butt went psycho?
It's written by the same guy, I think.
Shut up! Really? Hang on, I'm gonna look that up.
Look it up.
Because I was about to say that's just an obscure childhood book reference I'm making.
Maybe it's something else then. But
Day my butt went psycho.
It's incredibly stupid, and I probably it's funny for an episode, but I don't know that I would stick with it
consistently.
Yeah,
listen to it. Yeah.
And then I'm listening to a new podcast called Whimsically Volatile, which is a really fun podcast.
What's that about?
It's about this guy, Brian McCook, who recently quit drag for mental health reasons, and then they just talks about like addictive personality and the life in pseudo fame, and recently coming back from like a facility for his own mental well-being.
What?
I don't know.
It became a TV series?
Wait, what did?
The Day My Butt Went Psycho?
Oh.
Canadian animated TV series. Has 3.1 on IMDb.
A 3.1?
I seen 0.5.
That means that... Doesn't that mean that at least 3 out of 10 people liked that show?
Yeah.
3 out of 10 people were like, no.
3.1 out of 10 people.
3 point... But no, it's a really interesting show.
This was in 2014.
Are we that far behind on butt entertainment?
Oh my god.
I'm not. I'm very up to date.
When's the fucking book? Hang on.
Your finger is on the pulse of butt
Yeah.
entertainment.
Well, it's just like some of it's just not impressive anymore.
You know,
The golden age is gone.
the golden age of ass entertainment really has passed us. We've
Yeah,
got
there's the thing. It's Scholastic.
Yeah, but
Andy
you'll like
Griffiths
Darling
wrote
Franks
it. I don't
'cause
know.
Yes.
I really like it. For many reasons. So this is one of them.
It was originally called The Day My Bum Went Psycho because he's Australian.
Oh.
That was made. Yeah, I don't even give a shit what you people are talking
Okay,
about.
cool.
I'm going to talk about The Day My Butt Went Psycho here.
Okay.
Zombie Butts from Uranus was the follow-up.
Amazing. Golden.
People also search for Terry Downton, Dave Pilkey.
Are those the writers?
There are other writers.
There are other
No, I'm just trying to fill the silence.
Oh,
To
okay.
be
No, because
perfectly-
we're waiting for you. 'Cause
Yeah,
Really,
well,
you're very...
yeah.
It's from Melbourne.
See, there you go. What's up, Chris?
So anyway, the show's
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna keep watching, listening to it. What sold me on that show is, well, I mean, it's just interesting, just listening to someone talk about all the stuff they're talking about. But also, I've
The
never.
people in the show who hunt butts are called bum hunters. To catch his bum.
I've definitely. What?
And it's after the main character learns it is actually the leader of a band of rogue bums determined to control the world.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say the perfect butt was inside him all along.
Oh my god, that's the moral we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
Kids.
Butt hunters.
Kids, you don't have to go out there looking for other butts.
Yeah. So you're more
Zach
about
Freeman's
Ian,
butt
you're
is
more of a
constantly
hometown man?
detaching itself
Oh,
from his body and
Right for
running off.
hometown.
One night, when he follows his butt, he learns that there is a plot by butts to take over the world. Specifically, the butts plan to create a huge worldwide fart by building up a massive quantity of methane gas in the bumcano.
Wow.
When the bumcano blows, all humans will be rendered unconscious. While they are unconscious, the butts will seize their chance to switch places with their heads.
So this is a show? Like,
This is a book.
It's a book.
And then it became a show.
yeah,
Okay.
it became a show.
It was adapted into a series.
Yeah, who knows about the book?
But
I
this
might
is-
actually watch. I'll watch the series,
So...
and I'll tell you guys. There's only 24 episodes.
Give us a 20. You're gonna commit to that
Wait,
idea
hang
for
on.
24.
Is it based on
Actually, I
true
think there's
events?
It's based on history, Nick.
This is the history of the Philippines. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
and rich
It's
history.
based on personal accounts.
Man.
I was gonna say because like on
Many
the subject of
episodes.
life in hometown, Chris, did you see
Yeah.
that the creator
Oh,
Samurai,
there's 40 episodes.
the creator Samurai
2 seasons.
Kagura left his development
and
studio
French.
and then went to work at Akihabara for a day,
Really?
selling random merch to like random people.
Did he get recognized at all?
No, I mean someone took a picture of him, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's how.
So
I
at
knew.
one point,
One point, yeah, but that was
and
the
they
whole
went
joke.
the hero.
Yeah,
Oh, the whole joke is that no one knows who game developers is. What game developers look like.
yeah, I think that might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh, you know what we did? We didn't tell people. We went to the we went to the Nier. I was going to say Yoko Taro fan event. Nier Automata 1 year anniversary
Oh.
event here in LA.
Mhm.
That was held at Boomtown Brewery.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That dank dojo. Yeah.
The Dank Studio. No, it's not Modern Times, dude.
Oh, not Modern Times.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
It's different. Boomtown is in the Arts District,
Okay.
and yeah, and it was good. I had 3 free beers, and that was great.
Oh, wow.
I got shit signed by the entire voice cast of Nick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Testimonies.
We had to give a testimonial. Well, if you wanted to, you can give a testimonial, and then you get entered in a chance to win like the crazy collector's edition for that game that there's not that many of anymore.
Okay.
And I don't even remember what I said. I know what I ended on because it was kind of a blur because you had to get in there fast,
Yeah.
do
Same.
shit.
I
And then
remember.
I remember the last line, me going, yeah, I think you're right, Taro. Okabe did not deserve all those awards. He should give one to you. Because like Keiichi Okabe, the musician, won like a bunch of, or the composer won a bunch of awards, and there's a video of Yoko Taro lying on the floor, after with Okabe, and Okabe's on the couch talking about it, and then Taro goes, "I don't know why you people keep giving him awards, and I don't get any for the plot that I wrote and the scenario that I wrote and the game that I directed. So please stop giving him awards. He has too much." It's like, fuck, I love this. I love this director.
This is fantastic.
That's pretty much all I have to say about it.
Okay.
Voice cast is really nice. And I always make note on the phenomenon of what do you say to people who you think did make good stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I hate going up to them. Because what are you going to say?
I like
your
your
job.
things.
I like your thing. You do good work.
Yeah, and then what was it? I was
Keep it
wearing. So when I was going there, I was wearing a Skullgirls shirt,
Yeah.
and Wendy Lee was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was there.
She showed up like last minute.
What's up? She's like, "Oh, it's a nice shirt." I said, "Thanks." And then she said, "Oh, I was in it. I remember recording it." And I was like, "Whoa, really?" And then she explained, like, "Oh yeah, I'm the pharaoh that comes out of Eliza." She has his voice. Yeah, Ahmed.
No, Ahmed.
Ahmed.
It's like the symbol. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool. But
Know your Skullgirls lore. Anyway.
That's very cool, man.
yeah, that was really nice.
Do y'all want to do...
Oh, yeah, anything else about your week while I was reading about the day my butt went psycho?
Oh, Jesus.
Did you start that new season of Tannis?
No, I haven't started.
I'm still on the catch up. I'm on season 2. I should be finishing that up soon.
I know I want to do catch up, but I also know that I feel like season 3 is the end of season 2 is pretty punishing for me. I don't know.
End of season 2 or end of season 3?
The end of season 2 on Tannis was like,
Oh yeah.
oh, get back to the point, guys.
A little bit. But I liked it better than season 3's ending.
Okay.
Kind of just dropped off.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Black Tapes?
What about Black Tapes?
Oh, you don't know?
That it's coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you do know.
Well, because so I was talking to my friends about the way that Black Tapes ended, and everyone I know was fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
Furious. How did you? How?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I thought it was. It seemed too much like there's something after. Like, I don't want to say I called it, because my actual prediction was, oh, now we're gonna get to the other podcasts.
Yeah.
Meeting up. That still hasn't happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wrong, but I was right that something was supposed to happen after, because they're continuing that shit.
Because what
are they gonna be? Just her fun time adventures with
with Dr. I don't know. Well,
is it the hunt for his wife?
I guess, but like, I don't know, because so the end of that.
I haven't seen it, so what's up?
So the I'm sorry.
It ends with two characters literally going, "Let's just take a plane and leave."
But didn't it? It seemed like they were setting up like this out of the blue, like I don't want to.
The end of the world was gonna.
It seemed like they were. It seemed like they were almost. She seemed to be talking about him in a very sweet way that seemed weird to me.
Like they were too, like, she was into
him, and it's like, no, that's not their relationship. This is weird.
I mean, she was definitely becoming confused about it, like, towards the end. But yeah, it was kind of a big leap.
It's a bit. That's all I'm saying is, like, it felt like she's not into him like this. This is not their relationship dynamic. This seems weird.
This isn't we should elope. And
Exactly, and so it seemed super but like her phrasing was something like, I'll go with you anywhere. Just something.
No, it was her going, we should. She was the one taking initiative.
Okay.
On it.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I don't think it's too bad, but it's still like pretty good leap of logic.
It's a little strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which is why I was like, oh fuck, there better be more than that.
Yeah. And there's more.
Yay! Yeah. So I did hear about that.
Did you listen to the last movie thing, the 6-episode miniseries? Yeah. Yeah, me either.
No.
Apparently that's like an ARG now.
What?
Or something. There's codes or whatever.
Is there gonna be and so when we talked about rabbits,
No.
no more rabbits.
No. They said they might do something, but like the second season didn't get picked up.
Oh.
And it didn't make enough money on the Kickstarter.
Yeah. I feel like they're really spreading themselves thin for the kind of budget they're working for, though, aren't they? Like,
well, because each podcast has their own Patreon,
yeah,
and Kickstarter thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Bay is working on the Big Loop as well, which I haven't gotten around to listening.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
I mean, no, they did hire a bunch of new people, and like they still had like a relatively large team
Okay.
of voice acting. Plus, there's a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
So, which is kudos to them for figuring out how to make that work. Because you just get them to play the same character still.
Yeah.
Just with different lines. No. So I'm gonna see how season 4 plays out of Tannis, because I still really like Tannis. But
I'm probably gonna let you do it, and then
Okay.
you tell me how it is.
is it worth your time?
I'm not totally sure I'm ready to commit yet.
Okay.
I've got a lot of other butt-based entertainment I've got to get back to.
Is there an ARG for butt? What was it, Chris? The
Day my butt went psycho.
Yeah, is there an ARG of that?
I believe there is. It goes to Hawaii.
Like the new hip thing is that there's an ARG for everything.
There's an ARG for everything. If I can't use it in a butt-based way, why am I using it at all?
Speaking of ARG, did you ever watch the new Cloverfield movie?
Oh, the Paradox?
Yeah.
I did watch it.
We may have talked about it. I feel like me and you talked about this. Should I watch it? No, I talked about it with someone else.
Don't.
No?
Don't.
No? Damn it. Fine.
It already gets really
I had a
dumb
lot.
real quick.
I had a lot of discussion with a friend about how much I was into the first one up until the monster, up until you see the monster.
I think that 10 Cloverfield is probably the best one.
The 10 Cloverfield is the best movie,
Yes.
but that ending is super tacked on because guess what? It was super
Fucking
tacked
aliens,
on.
guys.
No, because it was super tacked on towards
Yeah.
the end. That was a different movie altogether until J.J. Abrams went, oh, but we're going to add this thing and make it part of the Cloverfield.
And it's the exact same thing he did with the Paradox movie.
That's what I heard, too. Yeah, apparently that there's only like 10 minutes in there that made like even connect it or something.
Now, but having said that, like, the Cloverfield Lane, it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
Like,
here's the thing, though. I wish it was called its original name, The Bunker.
Fuck,
So.
I would love that. It's such a good movie, such a good cast.
Yeah. I would personally go as far as say I wish it wasn't connected to Cloverfield.
I kind of like that.
But if it was, wouldn't it be cool? But if that wasn't even an option, wouldn't that be cooler to have the name just The Bunker, and then you find out that it's connected to Cloverfield?
Yeah.
Like later by reference? That would have been way cooler. Other than making a movie and then tacking on this thing, be part of the franchise.
Here's where I would like a structural change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not it wouldn't even be a huge change, but a structural change. Tell me how you feel about this.
Okay.
So,
Because I have an idea what I would do for the Cloverfield thing. But yeah.
oh, maybe we have the same idea.
Okay, you go.
So, everything happens the same
Okay.
until you get to the exit, and then it is an invasion, but it's just of a foreign government. Like, America has fallen to an invasion of a foreign power, and then she has to escape like a war-torn, bombed-up America, where like I don't know, like the Russians have come or some shit. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, like, I do like the idea that the dude is right.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent, yeah.
And that that his crazy did save her.
Yeah. There's a foundation for the crazy, but...
Yeah. And then that she will now use these skills that she has developed to hopefully survive in this new... But I like that you build to another... I like the idea of we've built, and there's one last twist. Oh, it turns out you're still fucked. This is still a bad situation that you're not going to totally escape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, my assumption for continuing the series was that like they would have movies but different perspectives of this first movie.
See, that's exactly what I wanted. Like, I want the bunker to be just the bunker, and then, like, I don't even know what Paradox is because I watch it. But Cloverfield to be different found footage perspectives of the event.
So...
You know, kind of like VHS, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So
Like
just
a kaiju series of just found footage. Like, it would have been cool.
the overview of Paradox is basically we send an international space station, and we're going to try and solve the power shortage in the world by having an unlimited source of power.
Yeah. It was originally called the God Particle, by the way.
God,
so, like,
yes.
this is more or less fitting into what I thought the movie was going to be.
And so they like basically flip a machine that turns dark energy into energy for the planet. And then, but by doing that, they jump realities. And then like the whole film is like a series of like, we've got doubles of us, and some of us are not right.
Yeah.
And then and then it becomes just like Final Destination, basically. The universe needs us to die to right itself.
Fix the thing, yeah.
So it's like Josh McDowell, the Irish guy.
Okay.
There's like a scene where he's literally like teleported and into a wall, and he doesn't bleed out. It's just like his arm is gone.
Yeah.
And then his arm starts moving by itself because it's still psychically attached to him.
Okay.
Because it's only been removed quantumly, not...
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah. It exists in another timeline.
And then they're like, oh, all the realities
I don't know
are...
if that would even work out still.
And then they're like, how do we fix it? We just have to fold all realities into each other so we can get back.
Crumple their shit up.
And then they get back, and then there's like a giant Cloverfield monster that's attacking.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shake the dice. And then whatever comes out, that's what we're going with. We're sticking with it. We're not gonna do anything else.
So I know we usually timestamp.
That's our new reality. I don't care if you lost your kids.
Too bad.
I know usually timestamp like spoilers, but I don't know if this will count as one because this game's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a while now. Dead Space 3 essentially had that ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where, like, you think,
I heard about that. I didn't watch it.
Like, no, it's DLC. That's the thing. So you would have to play the DLC co-op.
I forgot about that. That's
And
fucked
then-
up. Like a friend of mine told me about that as soon as it happened. That's messed up.
Now, see, the thing is, visually and conceptually, it's cool. But like you said, given the context of you have to buy the DLC to get the true ending.
That's kind
to the
of
series.
That's fucked up.
That's holding hostage the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly. The worst by far, I still think, is Asura's Wrath.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Where
it's
literally
infamous.
you're at the ending, and then it cuts out. It's like a total non-ending, that ending, and then a screen comes up and says, "You want the true ending? You gotta buy the DLC."
That's gross.
It's the grossest
really
one.
gross.
It's the grossest example I know of.
It's a shame because it's a great game, beginning to end.
Isn't that also what they did with fuck me, the whistleblower, the whistle
Outlast.
Outlast.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did
yeah.
that. You would
Oh,
have to
damn,
get
that sucks because Outlast is good.
Outlast is really good, but you don't get the real end until you do the DLC.
DLC, yeah,
Fuck.
which is gross.
Which is gross.
I don't like that. I don't like that price at all.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
And then, Chris, we didn't talk about Kirby Allies because
I don't know why. I just totally forgot how much time we got. We're still kind of ahead of schedule. Like, at least for most of our recordings.
It's fine.
Okay, well, hang on. Anything else about the Gar problem? Should I watch it?
No.
Okay.
Don't watch it.
All right,
I'm not really interested.
It's bad.
I'll be
Yeah.
fine then. I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I might just watch Cloverfield 1. Like,
to go.
and
go.
be like, look at the potential this had. And then I'll go to Cloverfield Lane, and then I'll go, man, this movie's great up until the ending where they try to tackle it.
I think that Cloverfield Lane is like worthy of classic thriller.
Oh yeah,
in
dude,
the
it's a
pantheon of
phenomenal acting. Like, and John, there's only 3 actors, sure, but like John Goodman. And why do I forget the other two?
The other two,
because John Goodman's in it.
But the subtlety of that performance.
They're all so good, dude. They're like,
so here's
because it wasn't even directed by J.J. Abrams either up until late. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know.
Okay.
Who directed it?
I forget the guy's name. He's a Mexican director.
Oh, really?
Knew that. Why am I forgetting now? Because I remember reading the interview of that, and J.J. Abrams only produced it and like tacked on
That
the
little
thing at the
alien
end.
part.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know if you remember this, but just let's talk about that movie for a second.
Okay.
there's a scene in the movie where I realized, oh, he's gonna murder them. He's gonna kill them fucking both.
It's way worse than that.
And it's the scene where they're playing charades.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that at all? So there's a scene where all three of them are playing charades, or it's like taboo. Like you say a word, you can't say certain words to guess it. And what the answer is woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And John Goodman is just incapable of finding that word.
Yeah.
He just keeps saying like little girl, child, princess, darling, infant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, this guy's fucking in trouble. And like, it's not super in your face about it, but it's like, oh wow, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no. What a good movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Dan
Cloverfield attack.
Dan Trachtenberg.
Dan Trachtenberg was the original director.
Yeah, it was directed by Dan Trachtenberg.
Oh, he's talking about the Mexican.
Mary Elizabeth, I think.
Mary Elizabeth is
Mary Weinstead.
Oh, okay.
And then John Gallagher, I think.
Okay.
John Gallagher Jr., yeah.
Okay, so Dan Trachtenberg is the director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a good time.
That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's the subway scene in the first one, though.
With the little critters? Yeah.
Oh no,
the mall.
her exploding behind the curtain just like that
immediately
is awesome. Like
you can see like
no time, no, it's great because that's how it would happen. Like
and then like you see her ribs and stuff. It was bad. It was really good.
Ugh.
No, I legitimately like that movie. But I do think like as soon as you see the monster, that movie starts like falling apart.
That's
at the end.
You didn't like when you didn't see the
we see the fucking spaceship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hated that it was aliens. I think.
What would you have preferred?
Kaiju.
Just a monster from the sea.
Yeah, just a monster from the sea. What?
Sure.
Just a Cthulhu's real.
Sure.
And then this is the shit.
Well, I mean, you could also read it as something fell into the ocean and disturbed the thing.
So that's how a lot of people. That's how I originally interpreted it, up until Cloverfield Lane, where it was revealed that it is aliens.
It is.
Oh, hey man, I don't want to say it was aliens,
but it
was
was
aliens.
Because you're right, that is cooler. If it was just like, oh, it was just a rock, but it happened to
disturb a monster.
Something.
Yeah, might be ancient aliens.
Because hey, that's how Godzilla starts too. He exists, but he wasn't woken up until we started dropping fucking bombs on shit.
Our human hubris has disturbed the ancient gods.
Because we bombed it, and then
have you watched
Japan?
Nick, you've watched The Host, right? The Korean.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Have you watched The Host?
I love The Host.
Okay, do you remember how the monster is made?
It's like embalming chemicals.
Yeah, fucking American man is just pouring chemicals down the tree.
Yeah.
and it fucks up something so bad.
Oh no!
No. I remember. What I really liked about that movie.
That movie's great.
What it pulls off, like no movie I've seen in a long time, is that shit gives you emotional whiplash.
Yeah.
So hard because it has goofy silly scenes.
Oh yeah. No, my favorite part of the movie is when they're at the funeral, or that mass funeral, and they see one of their relatives on there, and the guy drop kicks the other one because he's freaking out so much. And apparently that drop kick was fully improvised. Like the director never intended it. And in The Host.
Oh, The Host, yeah.
And in Korean movies, that's kind of weird to improvise.
Yeah.
But the director loved it so much that he made that like the main. Oh my god. The main action of that scene.
Oh yeah, they're all on the floor.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Fuck, what a good movie.
That movie's fucking fantastic. Like, the monster looks weird now, but like.
Yeah, the CGI is a little jank, but
I love the way it's introduced. Like, he's introduced so fucking far off on the thing. And it actually takes the main character like a while to figure out what's actually happening, and also because it's so fucking crazy and unbelievable.
They have so many scenes set in daylight, which is not common.
No, the fact that it happens just during the day, like that movie's great, and like, and it was doing that kind of shit beforehand. Like I think it was made in 2004.
It was pretty old, yeah.
God, do I still have a copy of that film? I'm gonna look it up now. Figure out something. That movie's great.
Good time. Good time.
Pretty good.
Okay, so we did. So should we talk about your? Yeah, you want to just go into your experience?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, Kirby Star. Sorry.
Kirby, sorry, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason we want to make it a whole separate thing.
Is it too early, Nick and Ian, to say that this is my game of the year? Because I fucking love this game.
It's.
I'm gonna say this right now. Only a fucking coward would say that.
This game's it's so good. So it's a Kirby game, so it's fun, it's solid, and like probably a little puffball that.
Yeah.
And you can combine powers.
Like Kirby 64?
Yeah, a little bit. So what happens is you'll have 4. If you're playing single player, you're essentially controlling Kirby, who can absorb any powers. But then you recruit 3 other friends to help out, and other players can drop in and take over those friends, and full sets of abilities. Like nothing's like cut or anything. You have that power. You're gonna have all the abilities no matter what.
Okay.
And they're a lot because they've just been stacking them ever since. I want to say Kirby Star Allies or not Star Allies. Sorry, All Star Triple Deluxe, which was the 3DS one.
Okay.
And then if you have weapons, you can combine. So let's say you're Kirby, right? You have a sword. You have the sword power. One of your friends is just a fire guy and has a bunch of fire moves. If he does a fire move while Kirby's holding up the sword now catches on fire, and you have a whole different range of moves.
Jesus, that's amazing.
And it's awesome. And that happens with every element.
Yeah. And they brought back, and you can also play as legendary characters too. So characters from previous series.
Yeah. So King Dedede, Meta Knight are the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Spear Waddle Dee, who showed up, I think, in Triple Deluxe.
So Deluxe, yeah.
Yeah. And then they brought back classic characters as free DLC. Like, it just showed up. You can play as Marks, who's the final boss for Superstar Saga. He's overpowered, like, in that game.
He's God.
He's a god, like, in that. He is a god amongst all these, like, enemies and even against bosses. Yeah. He's crazy powerful.
And he brought back Rick, the hamster.
Yeah, Rick the hamster's best. Breeze Fire, Coup.
Yeah.
And oh god, what's the fish name?
I don't know.
Okay,
you get to control all 3.
Yeah, you get to control all 3. Get to play as Goo, from the GBA Kirby. Yes, and holy shit, that game is just fun. There's so much shit to do. It looks amazing because it's on this.
Yeah.
It's finally on it. It's on the console for the first time in like.
So, yeah.
The Wii.
Yeah.
The Wii U maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. So if we don't count Nier, I will say this probably has one of my favorite endings in a long time.
Alright.
That fucking ending's amazing.
Beginning to end, it was just freaking awesome.
And the last Kirby's ending was just a Gurren Lagann recreation of a scene.
Yeah, and then there's
this final boss maybe.
Yeah, but even then, like the last thing you get, the last like congratulations you won, you get the last level. Chris.
Yeah, the last bonus level is just, if you're a fan of Kirby, will be the most amazing thing ever.
We were just tearing up a bit because the fact that it utilized the console itself so much.
Yeah, I don't even want to give too much because because it's that moment of surprise, right?
Yeah. That
will just get you because you don't even realize what's happening.
Yeah.
When you finally reach that point.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, it's like my favorite utilization of a console ever.
It was just it's freaking genius, and I was completely blown away. I haven't felt that since
I didn't even know you could fucking do that, dude.
Me either. I didn't know you can do that
with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I know I'm kind of just building up, but dancing around it, that game's amazing, dude. Like, and all the music's killer. All the music's crazy. Because now, since it's on console, it has so many layers to it. And, like, just feels bigger, and all the songs are catchy as fuck.
Yeah, minigames are really fun.
All the minigames are great. Get cool boss battles that you can change difficulty up to, and just, dude, there's just so much.
Yeah, overall, it's a great time.
There's so much. It's so fun.
And
the more friends, if you got 3 other people to play with, that game's still amazing, because everyone, again, gets their own character. Full powers. Nothing cut. nothing. There's not just you're an assist or anything. No, you all got to work together, and like it's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, that game's so good. Okay, yeah, okay, I did it. I gushed about Kirby Star Allies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Okay, now we can talk about your theater thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
What do you think of Kirby, Ian?
I like Pink.
Your little puffball, his sort of powers.
He's the best
He's
at
a cool guy.
Super Smash.
He's so cool.
He's the best at playing Super Smash, yeah. So I was in the theater recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was doing some acting.
Maybe you want to talk about it. Dude,
Will you call it acting, Ian?
Sure. Yeah.
No, my favorite part is it was on your Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Was a picture of you with the cast and just how dead inside you look.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was smiling and proud of what they did,
Mm-hmm.
but you looked like you didn't want to be there. You clearly look like a man who was forced to or doing it for the money.
Well, I don't know why that would be, but what?
So hang on, I'm about to give you a real question here.
Okay.
Before we get into this, are you willing to burn bridges?
I'm willing to burn 13 bridges.
Okay, then yeah, let's
The
talk about
14th I have to save, but the other 13
All right,
I'm fine with.
All right,
Okay.
fuck our life. What's up?
it. You can change names around.
Alright, so a friend of mine
A
was
friend, we'll call him.
a friend of mine.
We'll call him Friendo.
Friendo. So he was casting this play,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually called me over to help him
Uh-huh.
like sort through the photos.
On your cellular device.
On no, he had like headshots. He had like a table full of headshots. He looked
How
like
did
a
he call
crazy
you through the
person.
headshot?
He called me on the cellular device. God damn it!
He saw the headshot of the back of your book, turtleneck sweater, black and white.
Should I get headshots? I don't know if I should.
You gotta wear a turtleneck. You have to wear the turtleneck.
Oh, please wear a turtleneck if you're gonna do a headshot.
It has to be black and white. You can't look directly at the camera.
So anyway, what ended up happening is he specifically asked me if I would do it, and I did not want to. But I knew that it was very important. And we're friends,
Okay.
so I said yes.
It's very nice of you.
I'm a very nice person. In the midst of inviting one of my friends, I told some people about it just because I knew, like, oh, he'll need help getting people to show up to this. Because the theater is in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it's actually, like, 2 blocks from the Kodak Theater. Like, it's right in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But it's in, like, a little strip mall where there's almost no parking.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling some people about it, seeing if they would be able to come on the days that the show would happen. And my other friend,
What do you want to call this
We would
friend?
call him
Bill.
Bill.
All right, Bill.
So
Friendo and Bill.
my friend Owen Bill. So I told Bill about it, and he said, "Oh, I'd be happy to do marketing for you if you want, if you need help with that." And I said, but he can't pay you.
Yeah.
And he
I
said,
assumed you were going to do it for free.
Yeah.
Exposure.
Exposure bucks.
no, he just said that it would look good on a transcript, and he'd be happy to just do it for the rights to say that he did it. And I said, well, okay, if you want to do that.
You got to buy him like lunch or something.
I bought him Starbucks like repeatedly.
Okay.
Well, so when we would so I ended up burning like over a month of weekends to do this because the rehearsals would start at 7 and go till 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then my friendo got into a different play and thus could not take me back home, and because he'd be there from his other rehearsal from 3 to like 8.
Yeah.
So he was there for 12 hours or more a day.
Wow. Yeah.
And that sounds hellish. So I'll just skip ahead.
Okay.
So
Skip. Work.
I then met You know what? No, I'm fine with using this name because of all the other reasons that I'll make clear.
Okay. What's up?
So then I met the producer,
Okay.
who introduced himself as Prime the Rapper, and refused to go by any other name or
Oh my god.
acknowledge any other name.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. Prime the Rapper.
Really big fan of Chance the Rapper.
Clearly. Prime the Rapper is like what I would describe as like peak nebbishy Jewish, like thinning hair in his 20s, like really thick glasses, white guy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. And I've never
Prime the Rapper.
And I never saw him in anything but like Wu-Tang shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And the same khakis. Just that was his
Prime the Rapper.
Prime the Rapper.
Prime the Rapper.
So
Wu-Tang.
Optimus Prime. Amazon Prime?
So we see him in that.
Right.
And he's a person. I don't particularly I'm just worried about I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna do my bit and go.
You're an actor, you're gonna do your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this person is just fucking exhausting. Every turn that I'm there, you know. So, I think there's actually a photo on my Insta if you want to look. And this is absolutely true.
As long as you don't call it an Insta again.
Cool thing. You know, it's just super cash.
Super cash.
This person
Took a photo of my Snappy.
This person had so little self-awareness, just as a point of reference.
Prime the
Rapper. That when my friend Bill was taking all the photos for this event, he would incessantly do the shocker in every photo. And I think there's a photo that he posted himself of me.
Hold on.
Where I'm in the shot.
No, I'm looking at it.
And I've never looked so dead, so broken, as a man behind me does the shocker and is super into it as an adult human.
Yeah.
So anyway, it then becomes clear that there's like
Prime the Rapper's like trademark. Dude, what do you?
I'm so sorry, man. You should look under the ones that I'm tagged in. It's not on mine. It'll be under the ones I'm tagged. I don't know if you can you pull those up?
Let me see.
Playing great for the podcast.
If not,
No, it's great.
So
Prime the Rapper.
So there was also conflict with the management at the theater.
Yeah.
Just because
He did not like Wu-Tang.
he did not care for the Wu-Tang. And
36 Chambers of Death is offensive to him.
No, there was just conflict.
Liquid Swords.
Between Friendo and the management, just about like the idea of space availability and things like that. So there was there was several moments periodically where
I didn't know people still liked it.
Yeah. So there were moments periodically where there would be like conflict between the people who owned the theater and Prime the Rapper and my friendo about like what space ought you be in, and then them saying this was a part of our contract, and so there was like 3 walls of things trying to distract me from I really just wanted to make this as straightforward as possible.
Trying to do my job,
guys. So we have opening night. At opening night... Oh my god, I completely forgot this. So, opening night, the performance is fine.
Sure.
The actual play is whatever. It's pretty good, actually, I thought. The actors, as you can tell, all gave a massive shit about it. So
they all cared way more than I did.
So, the effort showed. So, but there was a point where I'm backstage. It's like almost a 2-hour show. And the owner of the theater comes into the dressing room. And I'm going to describe him as I have 2 ways to describe him. One is an older Dan Schneider.
Okay.
Okay.
The other one is, what if you made a candle that looked like Harvey Weinstein and burned it for a few days?
Yeah, hey man.
Okay.
And he came in and he said, this is not going to totally play for audio, but I'll try and explain what's happening. So
Jesus Christ.
sorry, man. So he comes in and he came up to me because I was near the door, and he said, "Hey, I really like what you're doing. I think it's really great. Thank you so much for your time." But while he said that, he can you like come slightly closer to me?
Okay.
All right.
So he said,
Chris and Ian coming closer.
He said, "Oh, I thought you were really great. I was really into that."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, okay. And then
so Ian just grabbed my bicep.
My bicep and gave it a
squeeze.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's not super cool. And then there were women in the cast who he gave back pats and things while he was like,
okay.
"Yeah, I'm really into this. I'm surprised at how much gumption you guys are showing." Oh, thanks.
Gumption.
Yeah. And then, again, before the play has even ended, his wife showed up. Mm-hmm. And his wife is this very slight woman who's very small.
Okay.
Much smaller than me. And I saw her standing near the door. And again, just my area, I happened to get near the door so that I wouldn't have to, walk through people's space. You know what I mean? So I'm sat there, and this woman stood there, and she, in a cartoonish way, is like, "Tss, hey," and then gestures for me to come over to her. I'm like, I don't fucking like this at all.
She's like, today's the day we'll kill the president.
So I walk over to her, and again, I won't do it. I'll just describe it. She takes both of my hands in her hands.
Yeah.
And looks very intently at me, and she just says, "I love what you're doing right now." Is that not going to pick up? Is that?
I don't know.
I'll get really good. "I love what you're doing right now. I think it's great. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you right now. But I want you to know, if anybody pressures you to do something that makes you nervous, I want you to walk out of this theater right now. I mean that." And then she left, apropos of nothing. That was unprompted. I had never spoke to this person before, and she never spoke to me again.
Mm-hmm. And then that's when you immediately go, her husband's a sick fucking...
This is clearly something dark happening. Because he came in 2 more times before the show was over, and just walked through the room. It's like a long, it was like a long hallway where there's already not a lot of space, so there's a lot of oh, I've got to just kind of shimmy past you. Sorry. Yeah. Oh no, it's tight quarters.
Yeah.
So that was weird and gross, but I pushed through it, and I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it. He could just be an old guy who's enthusiastic about theater.
That's how it starts. That's how they get you.
No, Ian. No. He is a weirdo.
He is. So what?
Don't doubt yourself.
So what else?
So then the show ends. We get very polite applause, and Prime, the rapper, and my friendo get called out.
Okay.
And they're kind of out on the patio. And then I'm talking to my friend, the photographer, and he's like, "God, that was tense. That was so weird." And I was like, "Oh, were you in the dressing room too?" Yeah. And he was like, "No, the owner was talking over the show." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, he came out and he started yelling at the guys in the ticket booth, halfway through, yelling over the show for, a good 10, 15 minutes."
Wow.
I was like, "What about? What was he yelling about?" He was like, "Oh, you wanted head count for ticket sales." I was like, "You couldn't get that, after?"
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. And so we find out after the fact that there was apparently, between the owner, my friendo, and the rapper, this big row about this. That he was claiming that he was getting shortchanged somehow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That he was like, "Oh, I feel like we had at least 40, 45, you know, in the audience. And this is a fucking Matchbox theater. It holds 35 people maximum.
Okay.
So he's like, I don't know if that's right. So there's this big fight, which leads to Prime the Rapper being banned from the theater.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no, that's a shame. So then next week we have to do one more show. It's a closing show.
Uh-huh.
Do this again. No one's in the room. With no more interruptions. No more of the stuff that happened last time. But then I find out. So I was like, oh, isn't that Friendo? Isn't that going to be hard for you?
Yeah.
He's producing your other thing that you're staying late to do. And all.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I guess I didn't tell you. He robbed me, and he kept all the sales. So I have none of the money, and I'm on the hook for all this debt.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Oh, fuck, man. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's
Prime the Rapper.
Crime the Rapper is what I said! So, Crime the Rapper... I'm so mad that you beat me to that joke. I was building to that joke. How fucking dare you?
So it's been a good episode. See you guys.
Oh my god. So anyway, I was like, so what are you going to do? And he's like, oh, I filed with the trade commission, such and such. I'm filing a suit against him. I was like, do you know what his name is?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I do. And I said, at this point, I don't want to know. I don't care enough. I don't.
Wow.
And
if you use his stage name, his career's tanked anyway. So
yeah, exactly. And then he was like, so I'm filing suit against him, and I'm also. When does this episode come out?
This will hopefully come out tomorrow, if not the day after.
Fuck it. I'm also filing suit against the owner for being a creep.
For being a weirdo.
Yeah, being a real fucking creep. And I was like, you're going to file 2 lawsuits in a row after being in the theater for a month? Yeah.
Welcome to the
welcome to Hollywood.
Look me for that.
All the glitz and glamour and human feces you can ever want. So anyway, that's kind of the long and the short of it. Of
that's pretty bad.
What happened. Yeah. Yeah.
See, it's best just to give up on people. You learned that now, right?
Yeah.
It's best just not to care.
It's best to just divorce yourself from everything and everyone. So anyway, yeah, that was. I haven't told either of them this story before. Okay. I know.
Yeah, no, this is all new to me.
I know about this.
Yeah.
He was gone for that entire time. So
I've been. It like I said, it ate up all my time. And like I would spend 12 hours a day basically in Hollywood for all my weekends.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's
yeah.
Sorry again. Well, what time is it? Because we still gotta record the other one. Okay, so what we're doing? We're gonna cut this one a little short.
Okay.
And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do the narrative thing where we're gonna do a nice discussion on just writing.
Okay.
Shit.
Sounds good.
Okay.
If anyone remembers that time me and Ian were here and we just talked about writing, it's probably going to be like that.
Okay.
Probably like an
hour. Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything else? Any closing thing? Because that's like a pretty bad way to close a podcast.
Yeah, that was pretty...
Yeah, that was not uplifting. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. No, not you. I'm blaming me. Like, I have to be...
Oh, okay.
We usually talk about what we're looking forward to.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay.
Chris is going great.
Nick, what are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to, because I still haven't finished Shadowrun, so I'm going to try to finish that series.
Okay, get on it.
And then, okay. Holy shit, Chris. So, besides that, not much really. I think besides going more towards Monster Hunter, and then again, I believe this month is, I talked about before, but this month officially is when the new issue, the new comic series by Nick Donanzo, Beverly.
Yeah, you told me about that. Sure.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that because I really
it's gonna be another soul crushing.
Yeah.
Middling, but in a good way.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest way I can describe Beverly. Like
I was telling a friend about this because he borrowed it for a while.
Yeah.
he said like we talked about. He said like it isn't soul crushing because like it's sad. It's just that it just shows these things happen to people.
Yeah.
It doesn't show them in the light of good or bad. It's just you judging the character's actions.
Right.
And that's probably the most realistic you can make a book.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but realistic is soul crushing.
Yeah,
it's
destructive.
That's true. That my thing comes from perspective, and that no, if it's real, then it should destroy you. And I mean,
yeah,
maybe because I'm an angsty teenager.
Yeah. So going to Hot Topic, huh?
When you're only a few months away from graduating, huh, bud?
Fuck, dude.
Good.
What are you gonna do?
People keep asking me how are you taking that because they know how crazy I can get.
Yeah.
With just existential crap. And I told him I literally have to view it as I'm just doing the class. Like I can't, like it doesn't even exist to me the notion that I'm graduating and I'll be walking. Like I can't perceive myself doing that.
Right.
I just see myself doing the classes and like.
That's probably the best way to do it. Though.
Yeah, so it's all gonna hit me like a shocker when I'm actually walking.
Oh shit! Fuck.
I would like.
Shocker.
That wasn't even. That was.
I would like. I gotta take credit for that. And then I made a joke funnier than any joke Dane Cook could have done.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh my god.
Shots fired.
Oh my god. Also that you said that and then I did not the shocker. This is the Star Trek salute.
Because we don't know how to.
I don't know how that works.
How to naturally do it. You have to go. It's that Dane Cook thing. I see.
It's that Dane. There it is.
Yeah.
Something like that. Oh my god, man. Oh my god.
So what else, Nick? You like?
No, that was pretty great. Let's end here.
Yeah, that's a great capper.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not looking into it for anything. Bye.
All right, take care.
It was all build up and then we just